What is up, my beautiful people? You are very welcome along to another match day here on Anfield Agenda. Tonight, it is the League Cup quarter-final. Liverpool taking on West Ham. The team news is in. The big news, Darwin starts, Gakpo starts, Mo is on the bench, and Jurgen's gone relatively strong. So, as always, we're going to ask you for your thoughts ahead of the game. Let us know your score predictions in the chat. Want to thank you all for being with us here tonight. I'm excited for a League Cup quarter-final. It's a tournament that I've told you guys for years I'm very fond of, and I'd like to see Liverpool do well in. So, with that in mind, let's have a little look, shall we, at the 11 for the first time tonight. It is Queven Kelleher who keeps his place in goal for this competition. Then it's Gomez, Endo, Van Dijk, and who's the other defender that we have in there? Kwanzaa. So excuse me, it's Gomez, Van Dijk, Kwanzaa, and Chimikas making up the back four. In midfield, it's going to be Jones. It's going to be who else is midfield? Szoboszlai and Endo, and then up top, Elliott on the right. Darwin through the centre, we believe, and Cody Gakpo on the left, or vice versa. Maybe it's Gakpo on the left and Darwin through the centre. So, we good? We looking forward to it? I suppose I need to address the Manchester United game a little bit. Seems as a lot of people's heads have seemingly fallen off at me daring to criticise players. Let me just spell it out nice and clearly. If you're okay with that performance and dropping points to a week in Manchester United, I don't know what to say. Yes, I'm emotional. I overreact at times. But you know what? It is who I am. And I don't drag anybody here. I appreciate people that are here supporting the channel. But if it's too much for you, there are far easier content creators to sit and watch with, I guess. But I am who I am. I'm me. And I'm not ashamed of anything that I do. I speak from the heart. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And I'm not going to apologize for being me. So before people announce in the chat that they want to leave or they're deleting both of our channels, have at it. That is your freedom to do as you please. I'm grateful to those who stay and support us. But I'm who I am. I'm an emotional dude. This means a lot to me. Football means a lot to me. And I say stuff in the heat of the moment that I dare suggest most people say at home or at the game watching themselves. The only difference between me and everybody else is I have a camera in my face all the time. My stuff stays on the internet. You get to pretend you didn't say this stuff, but I know you did. I know people feel similar to me. I just say stuff that some people don't. Maybe people are scared of being cancelled. I don't know, but that isn't me. It'll never be me. I'm always going to be honest about my opinions, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. If that's something that you're happy with, welcome to the channel. If it's something that you feel isn't for you, I understand, I appreciate it, and there is absolutely no hard feelings from me. But I am who I am, my friends. So look, tonight, it's a big one for me, and I think I'm a little bit pleasantly surprised with how Jurgen has set the team up for this one. I thought we'd go a little bit weaker. I wasn't exactly sure what to expect, obviously, because we've had a big game at the weekend against Manchester United. We've another massive, potentially season-defining game coming up on Saturday against Arsenal. And as a football fan, this is the feast of football that I live for. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to today's game. And everybody's on a fresh start. So let's get stuck into it. Right, chat, how we feeling? Flip a coin because we don't know what was going to happen tonight. I have no idea what to expect tonight. I hope we go into the game at Arsenal with confidence. That's what I'm hoping for, I guess, if anything tonight. That we settle into it, we get the result, and hopefully we play some good football as well. You know, I'm sure that it's going to be a lively Anfield tonight. I'm just seeing the West Ham team now as I start to speak, and they've gone fairly strong. They've got Kudus in the starting 11. They've got Bowen in there, Mavropanos, Areola, Kufal, Bonner. So look, I'm hoping for a result. But here's a couple of things we need to know about tonight. Firstly, there is no VAR in the quarterfinal of the League Cup. I only found that out last night, full disclosure. Secondly, the game, if it finishes tied at the end of 90 minutes, will go straight to penalties. There's no extra time. And of course, a place in the semi-final awaits tonight's winners. If I'm also correct, I think this is the last year we're going to have a two-legged semi-final. So, yeah, look, Darwin's in the team tonight, and I want him to score, and I want him to do well. The same reason I've wanted him to do well all along. Last week, I just exploded with frustration, but I've always been supportive of Darwin. Last week, do you know what? I'm going to be honest. Sometimes in my head, and I can only speak for me, I build up an anticipation of something or somebody or a situation. And with Darwin, I had let myself believe all week that he was going to come out and he was going to get stuck in that United game and he was going to blow us all away. So I guess it was my own frustration that not happening that made me angry. So that's what that happened for. The Mohamed Salah stuff's a very interesting situation. It seems at times like nobody's allowed to be critical of Mohamed Salah. Now, look, you can say to me, Craig, of course you can be critical of him, but there's a way of doing it. And of course, I appreciate that. But I've said for a while, he hasn't passed the eye test with me. And you can show me statistics and you can tell me that he's still scoring, and that's great. But there's one other topic before we get stuck into tonight's game. I think people have to realize me saying that he's going to be sold in the summer is the probability that I feel will happen in the summer. I think the most likely situation is that he will be sold because I don't see any talk of an extension. And Liverpool quite simply cannot allow Mo go into his last year with no deal in place. So for me, I could stick my fingers in my ears. I could sit here and go, la, 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 everything's great in the world of Mo. Or I could give you my honest opinion. And my honest opinion is if Liverpool don't reach an agreement with Mohamed Salah by the summer transfer window, I think the only sensible conclusion is to sell him. You cannot go into the last year of his deal and potentially lose him for free. It sucks. Nobody wants Mohamed Salah to leave, but it is the most likely outcome as we see here now, in my opinion. Right. Where do you think the threat will come from West Ham? Bowen. I don't mean to state the obvious. Bowen and Kudus. Looking at their team, Bowen and Kudus are the two names that stick out to me. Kudus has had a good start to his West Ham career. Jared Bowen, as you know, I'm a fan of his. I think he's a great footballer. But, you know, we speak about the atmosphere at Anfield a lot. I'm actually expecting quite a bit tonight from the atmosphere. I think night game, under the lights, you know, 2 rounds away from lifting that trophy. I feel like it could be a good one tonight. And I feel like we could be in for a good, exciting end-to-end game of football. So I know it's a lot of people don't care about the League Cup. I get that. I understand that. I've always been a fan of it. I always like the idea of getting a trophy in early in the season and building the confidence. And look, one thing we can all say is confidence breeds confidence. Winning breeds winning. And it's a good habit to get into. So, in my opinion, people last week who said, Craig, look at it in the bigger picture. Yes, we drew against the poor United team. But ultimately, we're in a good position in the league. And you would have taken this at the start of the season. And you know what? To that, I would say, yes, you are correct. At the start of the season, I would have taken being 1 point off the top of the league. But you know what? Your priorities change. Your thoughts change. And as the season goes on, you reevaluate. And we were in a position to end that weekend on top of the league by beating a very poor Manchester United team. And I also can't say this enough. It's Manchester United. If there's any game that I want Liverpool to win, that's the one. So, yeah, the frustration last week was off the charts, but nobody can tell me any different. Nobody can tell me you weren't disappointed with that performance, with that result. We rested 4 key players. We left Trent, Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk and Alisson at home. They were rested up. I was expecting a response, and we were flat. And whether you want to blame me on that or not, that's whatever. It was a flat performance, and we're capable of so much more. So that's where that frustration comes from. How am I feeling? I'm all right, Darwizzy. I'm all right. Look, I'm very much a person of when something happens, I move on. So I have my say, I move on. I leave it there in the stream. So for me, tonight, blank slate everyone again. Want Darwin to do well. Want Gakpo to do well. Want Elliott to do well. Great to see Elliott getting a start. Be interested to see how he gets on in the wide right position. Will it be something Jurgen looks to utilise while Mo is away at the AFCON? So yeah, lots of anticipation tonight. Really, I'm really excited for the game, but I'm also incredibly confident, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. So let me know what you guys think. The poll is up there for the results. Have your say. Is it going to be a Liverpool victory and through to the semi-final, or is it going to be a West Ham upset? And again, just a reminder, if we're level at 90 minutes, this goes straight to penalty kicks. Hey, Craig, if Nunes doesn't work out, what happens then for the future? Ibrahim, honestly, mate, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. So the best response I can give you is that Jurgen was speaking during the week, and he spoke about a lot of right things happening with Darwin, a lot to admire about what Darwin's doing. So there seems to be no lack of support or no lack of belief from the manager in Darwin. He did say that Darwin needs to have the finishing touches. He needs to add that little bit extra onto his game. And I think, look, we'll all agree with that one. Queen Nadra said, good thing Ward-Prowse isn't starting for them. Yeah, actually, do you know what? Just to be honest, looking through the team right there, yes, you're right. Ward-Prowse is on the bench. The cat kicker is on the bench. Ings is on the bench. Cresswell, Fabianski. So, yeah, I will expect to see Ward-Prowse at some point, though, in all honesty. Will Maka be ready for Arsenal, said Ebad. I don't believe he will. I think he's lost that race, unfortunately. I think it was Dave O.C. Copp had that exclusive where he posted that it'll be the new year before we see Alexis back. And unfortunately, that looks to be the case. But the good news is Ryan Gravenberch is not injured. So I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was a bad situation that we were going to hear bad news on. So when I heard Pep Linder say that he's back training and there was no tear, I was over the moon. That was a really big boost for me anyway. So let's have a look at the Liverpool bench tonight as well. We've got Adrian, Canade, Diaz, Salah, Clark, Gordon, McConnell, Trent, and Bradley. So no place tonight for Gravenberch. You can only assume that the gaffer is resting him up for Saturday's visit of Arsenal. A game that is a huge, huge game in the Premier League season. Is Jota back for Arsenal? Or when is Jota back? And is Jota back for Arsenal? 2 questions. So when is he back? I think Pep Linder said he's back, he's training, he's doing ball work. But with those type of injuries, they like to give an extra 2 or 3 days just to make sure. So I think there's a chance for Arsenal, but don't hold me to that. But I do think he certainly will be in contention based off what Linders has said. Hello, my name is Lee and I'm a Brighton and Hove Albion supporter. Hello, Lee. You must be quite happy with life as a Brighton fan, mate, in Europe this season. Yeah, it's good football under De Zerbi as well. Who starts in the middle? Good question. I mean, I was going to ask you guys the same thing. Do we expect to see Darwin through the middle and Cody on the left? Or do we think maybe it'll be Darwin on the left and Cody through the middle? I guess we'll find out pretty quickly once we see the team set up. But as this moment in time, all I feel confident saying is it'll be Elliot on the right. And I don't know which one's through the centre. Where's Leo? Toes, I've explained this on a few occasions, mate, and I appreciate that people aren't always here for every stream. There was an issue that we had with our sponsor tonight, so I had to make sure that I listened to our sponsor, so I couldn't have Leo on this stream, unfortunately, and we have rescheduled with Leo. So that was a last minute thing on our side, mate. So we apologize to Leo, and of course apologize to you guys as well. We will get that one sorted. But we are tonight being brought to you with thanks to our friends at Surfshark. Surfshark is, of course, an app or browser extension which allows you to change your location to access websites in other countries and keep you safe from hackers. Surfshark lets you virtually travel the world with just a clip of a finger. Here in Ireland, I can view Netflix libraries from other countries, BBC iPlayer, and lots of other cool little bits and pieces with Surfshark. It keeps you safe and private, securing everything you do online. It does, in a way, blur out all of your information, making it very difficult or near impossible for hackers to get your vital input and your vital details. Surfshark allows you as well to just use one subscription on multiple devices. You can even let your family and friends log in. Surfshark do encourage that. You can also upgrade to Surfshark One, which includes the VPN, an alert system for breaches related to your data, such as emails, credit cards, and antivirus software for your desktop. The good news, our fantastic deal with our long-term partner, Surfshark, gives you Surfshark VPN for just a little over €2 per month and up to 6 months additional free. Simply scan the QR code on the screen and enter the code Anfield Agenda at checkout to receive our offer. They are our longest standing partner here on the channel, and we are very grateful to work with them. So again, thank you to Surfshark. Elliot as a false 9, your thoughts? No, I don't see it. Yeah. Look, I'm a big Harvey Elliott fan, but I don't see him as a false 9. I'm interested to see him on the right, though. Or we could be absolutely surprised, by the way, maybe Soboslai goes across to the right. I am interested to see how we line up today. Craig, do you prefer Craig, do you not prefer Darwin on the left? I much prefer direct play and get the full back to stretch the defence. I think Darwin has that in abundance. So he can certainly do a job. I think if I'm looking back at the United game and I look at Darwin Nunes and I look at why he wasn't as impactful in that game, and I've watched it back a few times, Darwin is at his best when there's space in behind, in my opinion. Space to run into, as you said yourself, stretch the defence. And when Manchester United played as narrow and as deep as they did, it didn't give him that space. So he really struggled to get a hold of the game. But then again, that comes back to our greater long-term problem of struggling to break down a low block. So when I look back at the game, it just wasn't a game that really lent into Darwin's strengths. So maybe tonight West Ham will be a bit different. Maybe they'll open up a little bit more. But I still don't know. Through the left or through the centre, I really don't know the answer to the question of which one he's best suited to. If I'm pushed, I'd probably say if I was picking tonight, I'd like Gakpo on the left and Darwin through the centre. But I think you can make an argument for both. When will Robertson be coming back? So I've not heard anything confirmed yet, but the expectation was certainly in January from the last I read. Do I prefer Dom to be on the right wing? Well, I've got to be honest. I'm very surprised Dominic Szoboszlai starts tonight. He looked like a very tired guy to me, mentally or physically, and physically perhaps. So yeah, I thought maybe would have rested Dominic Szoboszlai up ahead of the game of the weekend, but we did speak before when we signed Szoboszlai about an option on the right-hand side when Mo goes to the AFCON. And he was one of the names that was mentioned. I can't remember which journalist wrote the piece. So yeah, he could do a job on the right as well, Szoboszlai. We're kind of fortunate in that regard. We've got Cade Gordon, of course, coming back. So he's an option there. We've got Elliott, who's an option there. Szoboszlai could be an option there. You could even make an argument to put Lucho across there and move somebody else onto the left-hand side, because I'd love to try us not have inverted wingers at some point, especially against a low block. Like when I was looking at that United game and I seen both of our wingers inverting and cutting inside and turning back into traffic, it just made me really feel like I wish we just swapped them over for 15 minutes just to give them a chance. Dom is not tired. Well, why else have we got a fall off from Dominic Szoboszlai? I mean, I don't know the answer. This is a sincere question. I see Szoboszlai, and what I see at the moment is somebody who just, I don't know, he just doesn't look himself. You know, he's such a positive bundle of energy usually. And in the last few games, I feel like he's tapered back a little bit. And it's certainly not a skill level thing, because we know how good Szoboszlai is. And I can only put it down to maybe he's got that initial buzz when you sign for a club and everybody's rallying around you, helping you settle in the city, loads of interviews, la, la, la. And then as things settle down, I don't know, maybe, if I'm being honest with you, I wondered, was he a bit lonely in the city? Or, somebody said he broke up with his partner as well, which I don't know. But he's human. And that's what I'm trying to explain. Like anybody else in that team, human issues can affect a guy's performance. And to me, Szoboszlai looked a little bit not like himself. So whatever the reason is, I thought maybe we'd see him rested more than anything else. My Arsenal mate said Liverpool are jealous of Arsenal. Yeah, of course we are. Every time I look at Arsenal, I just think of all those European Cups that they've won. It just makes me sad, to compare our measly 6 to their none. So what have we got to be jealous about? Don't know. Look, Arsenal are a good side. They're building a good squad, good manager, and they've every right to be optimistic. But I certainly wouldn't be jealous of Arsenal. We've done all right under Jurgen. Would you take a draw against Arsenal right now? It's a difficult question. It's a fair question, but it's a difficult question. Would I take a draw against us right now? I feel like it wouldn't be the worst result in the world, but I also feel like it depends how the draw comes about. Like if we go 2-0 up and we draw 2-2, I think we all leave that game feeling like we let points go. But if we were 2-0 down and we came back to draw 2-2, I think we're all bouncing after the game and feeling like we rescued something from it. So, no, ideally, I'd like us to go for the win because I feel like it would make a statement and it would give belief. And most importantly, it would put us top of the league table for Christmas. See King Kenny get a Sports Lifetime Award last night. So I didn't watch it, but I did hear of it, yes. And look, there's never going to be too many awards or um too many occasions to give King Kenny the plaudits he deserves. He's just um, he's a giant amongst men. So any plaudits he gets still isn't enough as far as I'm concerned because he is a very special person. Your thoughts on calling Carvalho back in January? So from what I've read, the idea, if we do cancel or we get an agreement from Leipzig to cancel the loan, is not to bring him back into the fold at Liverpool. It's to find another place for him to go and play football. And there's been some mumblings about Fulham as an option. Again, I truly don't know if that would be a loan deal or a permanent deal. But it is going to go down as one of the strangest signings for me of the Klopp era because we didn't really seem to have a plan, at least not an obvious one, as to what we were going to do with him. And I got to be honest, I did expect him to make more of a mark at Leipzig than he's been able to do. Now, of course, there's some good players at Leipzig. Olmo, Xavi Simons on loan there from PSG. But my question, I guess, would be this. If you can't break through to a Leipzig team, what hope have you got of really breaking into a Liverpool team in the medium to short term? Slim is probably the answer. So, yeah, I think it's probably best to let. I'm always a fan of just letting somebody go play football. You know, we're talking about Nat Phillips coming back from Celtic in January. Same kind of vibe for him. These guys' careers are short, and I'd want the guys to go play football, especially Nat Phillips. I feel like he's earned the right to go and play somewhere. So same with Fabio Carvalho. I don't like if we're responsible for stalling somebody's career. What are your thoughts on Barca trying to lure Andre Trinidad with a loan deal? My thoughts are that I didn't know about that, in all honesty. I was reading yesterday on the whole Andre thing, and apparently there was an agreement on his wages and stuff with Fulham, but nobody has yet agreed a fee with Fluminense. Nobody's got to that £30 million mark. So I'm just confused because I've read so many articles over the past few days. And they say various things, ranging from Liverpool aren't in for Palhinha, Liverpool aren't in for Hincapié. But then other articles go, well, we might not be in for them. The positions Liverpool are looking to strengthen are midfield and defence. So truth is, as I sit here now, Wednesday, 20th of December, not really sure what direction the January window is going to go or what direction I should expect it to go. The club have managed to keep a lid on things if they do have plans pretty well in all honesty. But what I would say about Hincapié is this price tag of his seems to be creeping up and up and up. It's gone from 45 million to 60 million euro. And yesterday, in an article linking us and a couple of other clubs, it was 70 million euro. So I don't know. This is the honest answer. I've gone about this in a long way, but I truly just don't know. Sam Houghton, thank you so much, mate, for joining Anfield Agenda FC. Appreciate your support, sir. And if you are new to the channel, firstly, welcome in. Great to have you with us. Do hit that subscribe button. Do drop a like on the stream. And most importantly, do let us know your thoughts ahead of the game in the chat. How do you feel about KDB being back? Well, two things. The Liverpool fan in me thinks, this could be trouble. City could get stronger. But the football fan in me just said, look, he's at the tail end of his career. He is a very, very, very fine footballer. And it's good to see him back playing football. You know, I do like Kevin De Bruyne a lot as a player, but obviously it will have a negative impact to us, to Arsenal, to other chasing teams because, well, not chasing teams at this point, but other title rivals, because it certainly strengthens Manchester City. Szoboszlai drops back to defensive midfield when Trent goes forward, is Spartacus. I'm intrigued at tonight, honestly. I think I wanted I wanted Trent in midfield against United, in all honesty. I thought that was a good idea, a good game to try that one. January window will go the way most windows go. FSG will do the bare minimum if they do anything at all. See, if I'm being honest with you, and who was it? Damien. In years gone by, I think we've all drank the Kool-Aid a little bit, and we've all kind of not been happy with, but understood that the club had some kind of financial plan. But that Caicedo bid and the showing us that they were able to access £115 million, I think that has put the kibosh on any Portsmouth arguments. Now, granted, we bought Gravenberch and we bought Endo after that. So even if you took away though that, what is it, 56, £55 million, there still should be money available to Jurgen. So the argument of Bajcetić's development can't be blocked is a fair argument, but so is I want to win the goddamn league. And Bajcetic hasn't been available to us so far this season. He'll be available to us for the future, and we look forward to that. But ultimately, he's not available to us right now. And right now, we're in a title race. And I think the January window for Arsenal, for Liverpool, and potentially for Manchester City could be a difference maker. And I want my club to put our best foot forward. So I'm hoping for something. Bargav Ready, thank you, my friend, for joining Anfield Agenda Ultras. Really appreciate that. Look forward to seeing you in the Discord group. Yes, Pooh, this is the last time I'm going to say this, but I do appreciate people are expecting to see Leo. Unfortunately, with our sponsors tonight and a couple of other technical things, we couldn't do the collab this evening. We've apologized to Leo, and we'll, of course, reschedule because, look, in all honesty, after the week I've had, a bit of positivity from Leo wouldn't have been a bad thing for me whatsoever. I like being around positive characters. So, yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't able to be done today. But we will reschedule because, yeah, Leo's a good dude. And he very, very positive influence on our fan base as well. So, yeah, apologies on that one. Do you think Mo Salah will leave this summer? I do. And I know people don't want to hear that. And I'm not wishing Mo Salah away. Look, last week, I was angry. Last week, I was blaming everyone. I was like an antichrist. I won't lie to you. I was like an antichrist. I was so disappointed with what I've seen. And I've taken your feedback on board, and I've listened to people who want to actually have a conversation with me about maybe feeling let down by me and what I said. And truly, I do take these things to heart, and I do listen. So my thought process on Mohamed Salah is this. I've always said a new deal for Salah should be the priority, and that should be and is what most of us want. But ultimately, the more it drags on, the more I think it's likely he leaves in the summer. And I also would like to just put one more thing out there. Whether you believe it or you don't believe it or you think I'm talking shit or not, look back over the last 4 years at Liverpool and ask yourself, how many times has a conversation about the great man divided the fans or been a distraction? With the Mane stuff after the AFCON, with his last contract extension, it's come to be a distraction. And maybe that's what comes with having one of the greatest athletes in the world in your club. Maybe those eyes of the world on him is something I've not experienced before. But I'm sick of the distractions, not just of Mo, of anything. I want us to be concentrating on the football. So if it gets to the summer and there's no sign of a breakthrough and the club haven't negotiated with Mo, the only rational thing I can think of for the club to do is to sell. Because you can't let him run down his contract and leave for free. That would be just stupidity. To get one more year out of, yes, a great player, but you're sacrificing 100 and something million quid that you could use to rebuild. So I fully expect him to leave in the summer. And until maybe we have an option to think otherwise, and we haven't seen one yet, that's all I can think. Because I'm not hearing or seeing anything about a renewal. And look, maybe they're doing it quietly. That's been pointed out to me as well. And that could be the case. If it is the case, happy days. But I have to try and prepare myself for what I think will happen. And that's my thought process. Right, a couple of comments to get back through. Solid lineup, but why start Dom? He's exhausted. Apparently he isn't, LFC fan. I had the same thought process as you, but somebody in the chat said he's not tired. I think he looked tired, and I would have rested him as well, just for his own welfare. No other reason. Is there another one I've missed? Qatar to invest in Man United. Is it true? Don't know. I don't know. I will ask Adam next time I speak to him. He'd obviously be more clued up on what's happening at United than me. But the truth is, my friend, I don't know the answer to that one. Sam Horton, I've welcomed you in. Is there anybody else I've missed? Bargav, I've welcomed you in as well, mate. Thank you. Oh, there was a couple more. Do you still think we will sign Mbappe in the summer? So, again, I'm happy to take any feedback, but I don't think I've ever said that we will sign Mbappe in the summer, Larkin. I've spelled out ways where I think it could be possible. I've spelled out where I think the links are there, but I've never fully sat here and said we're going to sign Mbappe. But no, my thought process is until we know for certain that Real Madrid aren't going for him, because if Real Madrid go for him, he's going to Real Madrid. But if Salah left and if Real Madrid weren't in for him, and if the LeBron, FSG, Nike connection got together, you never know. But I certainly wouldn't be ordering me Mbappe shirt just yet. LFC fan said, sell Mo, what stops us getting Mbappe or Saka? The answer is FSG. We need fresh legs. Yeah, he's been great, but time to move on, in my opinion. So I'm going to break that question down into each individual part. So what stops us getting Mbappe? Well, nothing outside of Real Madrid is probably my answer. Yeah, nothing outside of Real Madrid. If he wants to go to Real Madrid and Real Madrid want him, it's happening. But if FSG are true and they do have kept this relationship going for 6 years with his representatives, and you've got the LeBron connection, the Nike look, there's a world where it's possible, but it would be a big change of direction from our owners. You would basically be giving up what you would get for selling Mohamed Salah and handing it to Mbappe as a signing on bonus. And then you'd still have to figure out the wages. Second part, Saka. It doesn't matter what we say about Saka. Arsenal aren't going to sell him, and he doesn't want to leave Arsenal. And could you blame him? He's at a club that's his club. He's a club that's just given him a new contract, shown belief in him, are building a squad and moving in the right direction. So I don't think there's any world where we go and bully Arsenal into selling Osaka, even if that was the plan. Even if John W. Henry and FSG wanted it, I don't think it's possible. And the last part, we need fresh legs. Yeah, he's been great, but time to move on. It's one of the hardest things in football to have this conversation, because you're talking about somebody who's rewritten the history book, the record books at Liverpool, somebody who has given us nights and occasions and goals that we'll never forget, somebody who has been a model of consistency, a physical specimen, a leader, a great ambassador for the club. But ultimately, at some point, a tough decision's going to have to be made. And I would lose my mind if we let him leave for free. So I think selling him is the most sensible option, as tough and as difficult as that is to say. When you say that, people think, oh, this dickhead wants to get rid of Salah. He wants to... No, I don't. I'm just trying to be honest and say, what do you think is going to happen? You know, it's not wishing Mo away. It's just trying to be a realist about the situation as I see it in front of me. Chris Tatton, music, welcome, mate, to Anfield Agenda FC. Appreciate you. Keep being you, ignore what the haters think. Do you know what, Peter? I'm not going to lie, mate. I almost quit this week, properly quit, because I was in tears. I was upset. I was angry at myself. I was angry at people for being so quick to write me off. And it got to me. It really, really got to me. I spent an entire hour talking with my psychologist about it. And I just want people to remember one thing. And before the people that don't like me try to use this against me, just hear me out. I don't talk about my autism. I don't talk about the fact that I'm different to most people. but I am. And my thought processes are different. And I join the dots differently. And I don't really have a filter. And that's neither a good thing nor a bad thing. It's just who I am. And I like to think deep down underneath it all, I'm a good person. But yeah, I say stuff that make when I'm angry. And yeah, I say shit that others might not say out loud. But sometimes I think people read too much into it. And if you look at and take last week as an example and look at the situation with Nunes, I said Nunes was a donkey. But look at the 50 weeks before that, where I did nothing but praise him and I defended him when others were slating him. You won't see that clipped up and put on Twitter because it's only when you do something that people feel let down by. And I'm sorry if I let people down. I'm sorry if they feel let down by me. I understand it. I hear it. But I'm human and I make mistakes. I've nothing else to add on that, really. What else have we got in the chat? Brian, thank you. Our friend Brian at FC USA. Thank you for gifting 20 memberships, Brian. You're very kind, mate. Appreciate that. And I'm sure they'll be well appreciated by the people who got gifted them as well, sir. Triple A said, evening, mate. Is it me or does the League Cup get too much disrespect? It's better than a Community Shield and it's an early trophy. So, yes, it gets too much disrespect. But also, I have to admit that even though I'm somebody who likes the League Cup, I only like it from this point onwards. I'm a hypocrite. Like, if we get knocked out in the early stages, I don't really care. But when we get to this point and we're at home in a quarter final, yeah, I want to win it. I want to win it for the reasons you want to win it. It's a trophy. It's confidence. It's another line on the Kirby wall. It's another number that we get to add. And it's the domestic cup outside of the league. We've won more than any other. So, yeah, I like the League Cup. I do. And it goes back to the days where Wembley was being redone and it was being played in Cardiff. And we seemed to be just living in Cardiff at that time, man. Every season, Liverpool were there. Got that FA Cup victory over Arsenal as well. So, yeah, I like the League Cup. But if you look at it from a club's perspective or a financial perspective, I think the prize money is a pittance. I want to say it's 150 grand, but somebody said to me it might be 1.5 million. But either way, it's a drop in the ocean. Relax, Craig. People on Twitter. It wasn't just Twitter. I lost hundreds of subscribers on here, mate. It's the first time in my 5 years as a content creator that I've lost hundreds of subscribers from one stream. So it was new to me. You know, I've been very fortunate so far in this industry that we've only trended upwards, and I've always been very grateful of that. But yeah, it was tough. It's tough, but shit, you got to be strong, I guess. You got to take it on the chin. Happy holidays phase as well. Oh, I got the Christmas meat in today, lads. I treated myself this year because I always go to my mother-in-law's with my wife for it'd be a bit weird if I left her there and I was just up in her mouth, like, but we go there for Christmas dinner every day, which is great because I don't have to cook at them. But I got a fillet of beef, and I am going to do unspeakable things with that fillet of beef. I'm too excited. Got a proper nice fillet of beef, and it's ready to go. Respect to you, Craig. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Problem with it isn't yours, but theirs. No, what hurt me, Ricky, is I think of our community as a family, right? I do. And when people feel let down by me, I feel bad about that. But also, I often wonder, like, if that's all it took, if it one stream or one disagreement about how I viewed something, if that's all it took for people to run away and turn their back on me, maybe that was going to happen anyway at some point. I don't know. Is there a drink? Yes, there is a drink. There is a drink, but it's going to be green. So again, it probably won't show up. But yeah, there's a bag in the fridge with a couple of drinks in it. So Sabrina bulk bought. She went out and bought a few drinks last time. But yeah, we'll get the drink. Remind me at halftime and we'll get the drink done. Do I eat pork? Oh, God, yes, Ronald. I love a bit of pork, mate. Yeah, I love pork. It's probably the most versatile meat outside of chicken. What's my favorite Christmas dessert? Um, so I don't know if it's only in recent years, but in recent years I've started to get a Sicilian lemon roulade, meringue cream kind of wrapped up. So that's been something we've got in recent years. But I'm old school. I love a mince pie. I love a good old Christmas mince pie. Oh, you know what I seen today? Sabrina brought it home. Um, Avonmore cream, but salted caramel infused cream. Ooh, Zach, thank you so much, mate. That's a lovely sentiment and amazing super chat, mate. Thank you. Happy Christmas. Keep your head up. Remember, the haters are usually the minority. Let's get a W today. Appreciate you, mate. I do. Thank you. That's a very kind super chat as well, sir. Thank you so much. What's the prize money for the FA Cup? Pocards asks. I don't know, mate. I think the only reason I know about the League Cup is I think it was brought up somewhere just to kind of show how financially it's not that beneficial. Am I a good cook? I'm okay. I worked in kitchens before. Now I'm not a chef. I worked as a line cook. So I can get by in a kitchen, but yeah. If I take my time and do it right, yes, I can cook some stuff, some nice stuff. But do you know what? My wife's really stepped up the game in recent years. She's starting to enjoy cooking more and getting into it. My daughter's really cool with baking and stuff as well. So, am I atheist? I am. Yes, I am. I was christened the Catholic. I went and made my communion, my confirmation. I didn't get married in a church because when I became an adult, obviously I have my own views on the world, and there's one thing I can't get past, and I'm only answering this because someone brought it up about religion is like only one person can be right. I don't understand how there can be so many different gods, and that's the big confusing question for me. In all honesty, that I could never wrap my head around as a kid. So obviously we've got people of the Christian faith, people of the Muslim faith, people of the Hindu faith, people of the Sikh faith, and I don't know the answer. But what I will say is I'm not religious, but I absolutely respect other people who are. A lot of my aunts are religious, very religious, and it brings them a lot of peace and a lot of comfort in their life. And like I say about relationships, if you have something in this world that brings you comfort and solace and makes you happy, I'm not judging you for it. I wish nothing but happiness for people. And if religion brings that to you, then more power to you. And I wish you a happy life. I just, yeah, I'm not religious. Easy the best Liverpool channel, in my opinion, Craig. We all love a PS. Have you had an Aussie Tim Tam before? You know what, Jason? Someone actually posted me over some. I know that sounds nuts. So, in an old incarnation of our podcast, we were having a conversation about the best biscuits to have with tea. And somebody said, I think it was an Aussie, that they used to get a Tim Tam, which is kind of like a penguin bar, and drink the tea up through it. So use the Tim Tam as a straw. And I was like, ooh, that sounds cool. So somebody actually sent me some. So yeah, I have had it, Jason, and they are pretty cool. Your favorite Salah? I don't know what that means, Carl. Your favorite salads? Go. Oh, my favorite Salah goal. Spurs game away at, I can't remember if it was White Hart Lane or Wembley, but that goal we scored a very, very late. And then I think Spurs got an iffy penalty or something afterwards, and the game was 2-2. I was in Luton in someone's house watching that. That's one, and the one against Man City as well. Off the top of my head, they're probably my favorites. Chad Fox, thank you for your super chat. Said everything you said about not having a filter and saying what is on your mind, I understand so much as a fellow autistic man. Being different is what makes us special, Craig, coming from an Arsenal fan. Thank you, mate. Look, I'll never use anything as an excuse because it won't define me. But I just sometimes think people might not be aware and need some context to a situation. But my mum always told me growing up, Chad, my mouth was going to get me in trouble. I didn't know at that point, where I was at. I hadn't been diagnosed. I was in my 30s. So I used to just think I was a mouthy, cheeky little pup, to be honest with you, dude. I would love to see an Irish fella playing for Liverpool again. Who was your favourite all-time Liverpool player? Sorry to hear the bad time. I got called woke because I stood against racism. I know how you feel. So who's my favourite? I always loved seeing Steve Staunton in a Liverpool shirt when I was growing up. If I was to pick my favourite, I'd go Ronnie Whelan. I think Ronnie Whelan doesn't get, well, maybe he does get the credit. I don't know. Maybe some younger people might not remember or know much about Ronnie Whelan's time at Liverpool, but I think Ronnie Whelan was an incredible player. So him, but I also love Steve Finnan as well. Really enjoyed his time at Liverpool. Have you seen how good Van den Berg was yesterday? Yes, he scored as well in 1-1 draw. Scored for Mainz in that 1-1 draw with Dortmund. I disagree with some of your reactions, opinions, but then again, I'm equally angered when LFC don't take advantage of situations, just keep going. And I, look, disagreements are cool, but usually if we have disagreements, we talk it out, right? So if people just run away and say, fuck you, Craig, I'm off. I can't really respond to that, can I? But look, we won't always agree. That's the joys of being football. We get a couple of things as football fans. We get to be hypocrites, because we all are. And we get to see the world and the games through our own eyes, which fascinates me. By the way, it's my birthday today. Happy birthday. I don't know your name because you've just got 3 I's or 3 L's. But happy birthday, my friend. I hope you have a good day. Mark has just sent me a chat. Say West Ham have only won once at Anfield in 55 attempts, and David Moyes has never won in Anfield in any of the 20 times he's managed a club. So some good omens there from Mark. Thank you, Mark. Craig, I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm Muslim, but I'm celebrating my Christmas break from A level with a 13-inch pizza, only $8.50. Nice. Nice. I ordered something last week for me and Sabrina. I like 2 9-inch pizzas, chicken tenders and chicken wings from Domino's. It was like fucking 46 quid or something, mate. So $8.50 sounds pretty good. But yeah, man, you be you. Enjoy your time off from your A levels, and most importantly, get stuck into that pizza and enjoy, my friend. Diversity of opinion is good. No dictators. Absolutely. So I think in life in general, we all are getting put into boxes, right? You're either one thing or another thing. And people often forget there's a whole middle ground, especially in politics and stuff as well. You see your right wing, your left wing. Nah, most of us live in the middle. But I hate being boxed off by anyone. And I hate other people being like, people are multifaceted. Is the match on the box anyway? Yes, sir. It's on Sky Sports main event. At least that's what I'm watching it on. So let's have a look at both sides again before we get stuck in. And we'll take you through the Liverpool sides. Creevy and Kelleher in goal. Then I believe it's going to be, they put this team out. Hang on, I have to go back to the other team that I was sent because this one's weird. Kelleher, Gomez, Kwanzaa, Virgil, and Chimicus, we believe, are going to be the back 5. Then Soboslai, Endo, and Curtis Jones, we think, are the midfield, with Harvey Elliott, Nunes, and Gakpo up top. Exactly which way this lines up, we'll figure out soon. What else we got? So I did. Ben kindly reached out and asked Adam, and apparently there's no word on Qatar and United. So no talk of investment there from what we know yet anyway. Again, looking at the West Ham team, it's Areola, Kufal, Mavropanos, Ogbonna, and Ben Johnson. Midfield will be Alvarez and Soucek, then Kudus, Fornals, Benrahma, and Jared Bowen. That is the West Ham team. And let's have a look at the bench. For Liverpool, we've got a strong bench. Ibu, Lucho, Mo, Adrian, Bobby Clark, Kate Gordon, James McConnell, Trent, and Connor Bradley. West Ham's bench is Fabianski, Cresswell, the cat kicker, Ward-Prowse, Paqueta, Ings, Kerrer, Emerson, and Mbama. Oh, excuse me, Mbama? Yeah, that's the West Ham bench. Did I get my lineup right? Oh, God, no, George. No, it wasn't even close. No, I was a long way away. What's the drink today you're reviewing? We're going to bring it in a half-time, Larkin. There's a couple in the fridge, and I don't know what they are, but I seen that there was green shining through the bag. So, yeah, we'll do it. Remind me at halftime, and we'll make sure we get that done. It's not right or left. Hate both sides equally, can't stand governments at all. What I meant by that, Barry, was the government tried to box us off into left or right. Like over here in Ireland at the minute, and it might be the same elsewhere in the world, there's big conversations to be had about immigration. And if you question it, you're a right-wing nutjob who hates all foreigners. And if you are okay with it, you're a left-wing liberal hypocrite or left-wing liberal hippie. So the truth is, the world lives in the middle ground. Thoughts on Nunes? Thoughts on Nuno Espirito Santo to Forest? Said Arian. I got to be honest. I feel bad for Steve Cooper because it's not often that you look at a manager and see a manager who loves the club, a fan base who has nothing but respect for the manager. I feel like Steve Cooper has done very, very well with all he had to put up with and all he had to go through at Forest. So I feel really sad for him and I hope he comes back. And somebody in the chat the other day mentioned Palace as a potential option for him. I tell you what, Crystal Palace could do a lot worse than bringing in Steve Cooper. So I'm interested to see what Nuno can do, but I do think Steve Cooper did a good job. Craig, your wit is unmatched. Please don't change. That comes from Craig's. What did you call yourself? Craig's hair? What was it? Craig's hair from the 80s. See, that's up my sense of humor, dude. You get me? Well in. Why is he called the cat kicker? Just have a Google of his name and cat. I just have a Google. Being passionate about your team when losing is something not all fans can say. Cough, cough, Man City. But what gets me about that, Adrian, is the hypocrisy. Like, I know I've been around football and football fans my entire life. I know inside a stadium and watching at home what people are like. You've all heard it. You've been at Anfield, you've been in the pub, you've been at a game. The fucking slander that gets thrown to the pitch. But it's forgotten about like that because no one has a camera on them. For me, that stays up there. So when everybody's calmed down 2-3 hours later, it's like, oh, look at this angry lunatic. Like it just happened then. So yeah, it's weird. But look, I am also very, very, very emotional. And I do say some very close to the bone stuff. But I'd also think of this. I check back, we've done over 1,000 streams on Anfield Agenda. And do you know how hard it is to add up all them hours, all them minutes, all them streams and not say something that people disagree with or not say something stupid and it's live content? It's so difficult. Like every day I wake up and go, don't get cancelled today, fella. Don't do it today. Don't say anything stupid today. Don't get cancelled. And then when that moment happens where I'm angry, my brain's flicking cards around real quick going, what can he say? What can I get away with? What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? Ding, ding, ding. Idea. And I say it. So as long as I haven't said anything too derogatory, that's the best I can hope for. Buckfast. I've never been a fan of Buckfast. I've never been a fan. Right, my friends, we are 5 minutes away from a massive game. So a couple of reminders again tonight. There is no extra time in the game. It will go straight to penalties if we're level after 90 minutes. There's also no VAR tonight. So, if anything happens, don't be expecting VAR to review it. So that's where we are with this one. And of course, the winner of this is into the semi-final, and the semi-final draw will take place after our game tonight. So we'll keep you up to date with that and our match reaction as well. So same match day program as always. Watch along, match reaction, player ratings video. I'm nervy. I'm a bit nervous. I am. I want silverware. I want Jurgen to have more trophies, and this is a good chance to get there. So, can we spare a little thought for the Evertonians? By the way, last night they were close. They had a penalty to put them through in the League Cup, and they ended up going out to Fulham in sudden death, and that must sting with everything that they've had this season. But also, sure. What's another year? Right. They are walking out into the cauldron, we hope, at Anfield tonight. Verge leads the team out. Creevy and Kelleher is, of course, in goal. And we will take you through the game as always. Do drop a like on the stream if you're enjoying it. Most importantly, my friends, please do hit that subscribe button and give us your score predictions in the chat as well. We asked you guys beforehand to say who progresses tonight, and 87% have said Liverpool, of over 3,000 votes, with 13% saying West Ham. So thank you to everyone that took time to vote in that poll. Who's my favourite player at the moment or ever? So at the moment, I'd have to go with Alisson. Ever, Robbie Fowler. Well, ever at Liverpool, Robbie Fowler. Ever in the world, Messi or Maradona. Is it at Anfield? Yes, it is, Daniel. It is at Anfield tonight. So again, let's go through the team really quickly. We'll go through the Liverpool team anyway. Kelleher in goal, Gomez and Costas in the full-back positions, Kwanzaa and Van Dijk in the centre-back positions. In midfield, it's going to be Watoro, Endo. It's going to be Curtis Jones, and it's going to be Dominic Szoboszlai, and then it's Elliott, Darwin, and Gakpo up top. Thoughts on Bob Paisley? Way before my time. So I didn't even get to see Kenny playing. So yeah, but before my time, but look at the trophy count. You know, his trophy count's pretty spectacular. And I also put a bet on Darwin to score tonight. So there you go. For anyone who still thinks that I'm a big Darwin hater, that was last week. That was one game, and as I said, I draw a blank slate every week and go on to the next week. So yeah, I've got back Darwin to score tonight as well. Craig, I know how you felt on the United game. To be honest, from a Liverpool supporter overseas, ask yourself or your followers, how many games did we lose or draw because Nunes missed? I don't know. Look, it wasn't all on Nunes. Not at all. We just didn't perform as a team against United. And that was, to me, like a cardinal sin because it's such a big game. It's the big one. It's United. What do you feel about Tsimikas? Do you know, to be fair to Costas, I think he's done okay since Robbo's been out. First couple of games, I admit I was quite nervy. But after that, I've been pleasantly surprised at how decent Costas has been. But, you know, you do look forward to Andy Robertson coming back. What's with the offside goal given in Europe? Are you talking about the one in our last game against Union Saint-Gilloise? I've never seen the replay of that to this day, mate, with the lines. I've never seen it that night watching the game. We all assumed it was offside. The chat were saying it was offside. Twitter were saying it was offside. But they never, ever, ever showed us the replay with the lines or with the semi-automated stuff. So, yeah, don't know. What's my prediction? My prediction is 2-1 to Liverpool tonight. Right, we're about to kick off. It will be West Ham playing in their white strip, kicking us off tonight. Liverpool, of course, in our red strip. And we're about to get underway. Liverpool will be attacking the Annie Road end in the first half. And West Ham about to kick us off. And I will sing for you guys at 1 minute. Right, we're just waiting for the referee to give the signal. And then we'll get underway. Big night. Semi-final place at stake. And it has to be decided tonight. If I remember correctly, Tim... we're underway. We're underway. I think it's Tim Robinson is the referee tonight. So anyway, West Ham play the ball forward. They do the decent thing, but they launch it straight out of play. It'll be a Liverpool throw-in. Chicago's in the house. Joe, how are we, mate? Welcome in. Great to see you. Ball back with Kelleher. Out right-hand side. Played forward looking for Elliott, but nobody was there. So Darwin's on the left. Darwin's left, Gakpo centre, Elliott's right. Oh, good press from Jones. Come on, Darwin. Off you go. Press. Well in, lad. Again, good tempo, good start, good press from the off. And it's a West Ham goal kick. But again, good pressing there from Curtis Jones initially and then from Darwin. Did you think we were thrown off when we attacked the cup in the first half? So I would want that to have made us angry, Ben. But yeah, United turned us round, and I was expecting a response from that as well, but we didn't, unfortunately. New subscriber, how you doing? I'm okay, thank you. Sando, I hope you're all right, mate. Welcome in. Throw in taken. Van Dijk wins the header, drops in midfield. Jones tries to get back in, but West Ham keep possession. Just still looking to see exactly how we're setting up. So Szoboszlai right, Jones left of midfield, Endo in the DM position. Now Darwin centre and Gakpo's on the left. So I don't know if that was a temporary thing. I will keep an eye on it. Keep being you, Craig. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate you, mate. Right, so let me sink at 2 minutes. Sorry, here we go. So we're at 2 minutes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boston's in the house. Goofy Pro, are you coming to the live show? Don't forget those Boston tickets went on sale last Friday. So get yourselves onto Ticketmaster if you are in that part of the world and search Anfield Agenda. 22nd of March at the Citizens House of Blues Foundation Room in Boston. Hope you guys can come if you're in that part of the world. Right, come on, Kwanzaa. I'm always really happy as well to see Kwanzaa playing. It's always good news when Jiro Kwanzaa gets a run out. Verge, back to Queeveen. Again, we're looking to try and draw West Ham on here by just knocking it around at the back. Did I rate Emre Can? He was okay. Yeah, I thought Emre Can was okay at Liverpool. Would have liked him to have probably stayed a little bit longer, but his contract was up and he moved on. You and Adam are the best. I enjoy the football chat. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. I'll be with Adam again tomorrow. We're going to be recording the predictions for the weekend over on Top of the League. We're not record. We're doing it live. Sorry, at 5 o'clock. Oh, Endo again dispossessed, but the ref says illegally and gives a foul. Thankfully, so we take it quickly. Szoboszlai now strike from him. It's blocked. Nearly drops the Gakpo. Costas gets there for the second ball though. Cross in. It's headed away. Good quick thinking there from Liverpool. Takes the free kick quickly. Szoboszlai, good direct run towards the penalty area as well. Hit the strike from distance and unfortunately it was blocked. He's got a smile on his face, which is lovely to see with Dom tonight. I think he shot the ball straight at Darwin there, to be fair, which was unlucky. Horrible how Wolves and Chelsea playing Christmas Eve. Yes, an early kickoff as well, George. Top of the league's been lots of fun. Thank you. I really enjoy this stuff on there with Adam as well. It's easy to talk football with Adam. He certainly loves his football as much as the rest of us. Right, Liverpool now in possession. Unlucky. Elliott tries to feed the ball into the left channel, but it's not really hitting the right area, and it doesn't make it through to Darwin. It's cleared by West Ham, and they will have a throw in just inside their half on the near side. Mike said, Craig, I hope he's got the first goal. It will settle the nerves. Yes, definitely. That's what got me about the United game as well. It was so important, the first goal in that game, because it would have opened the game up if we just scored it, because United would have had to come and do something. But yeah, unfortunately, we still seem to have a bit of a struggle occasionally against low blocks. Ball back now with Kelleher. He plays it long left foot towards Darwin. Go on, Jones. Go on. Unlucky. Good pressure, though, from Curtis, and it's a Liverpool throw-in. Would I be happy with a draw against Arsenal? Not really, but again, I think it depends on how the draw will come about, as I mentioned earlier on. You know, if you're 2-0 down and you draw 2-2, you feel like you've achieved something. If you're 2-0 up and you draw 2-2, you feel like you've let a result away from you. So, ball back with Queeveen. Curtis is a pressing maniac, yes. That is the high energy he brings when he's fit and available. Gakpo now, good touch from him. Lovely ball. Oh, the flag's up against Darwin, offside, unlucky. Good Good vision. Ball played inside the Gakpo, and immediately he looked to release Darwin through the centre. I haven't seen a replay of this yet. Hang on. There's not much in it, but maybe he was half a yard off. It was close, that one. But again, we're at the mercy of the linesman in this one. There is no VAR, so look. If you look at the guide of the cut of the grass, it certainly looked very close. Kwanzaa across the verge, out to Costas. He's not really switched on there, and he gets his pocket picked, and West Ham win the ball back. Areola, he goes long upfield through the centre. West Ham player gets a flick on, looking for Bone, but thankfully Verge is there with Jarell Kwanzaa. Verge gathers the ball back, plays it to Quiveen. Kelleher's... No, that was... Kelleher played the ball to Endo, or Jones, and it got there, but nearly Jarrett Bone slid in to get it, my God. That made me a bit nervous, I won't lie. Kwanzaa. Look at that. Look at that from Kwanzaa. I mean, the control by Costas was horrendous, but look at that vision from Kwanzaa. 20-year-old centre-back and pinging that ball across like he was Virgil van Dijk there, and only for a poor touch from Costas. That would have been a good opportunity down the left. Aaron Taylor, thank you so much, mate, for joining Anfield Agenda FC. Really appreciate your support. Ball headed back forward again. Bit of head tennis here in midfield. Dom brings it down. Little 1-2 with Curtis Jones. Back with Dominic Szoboszlai. Curtis to Costas. Lovely ball inside. Elliott touches it, tries to feed it to Darwin, but it was hitting him a little bit too quickly. It's with Jones now. To Wataru Endo. Dominic Szoboszlai. Dinks the ball in behind. It's defended and cleared by West Ham. Keep pressing. Keep pressing. West Ham working at right-hand side. There's no cheap fouls, mate. No cheap. Stand up. Make them play it out. Make them play it out. Well done. Look at that. We've got it back with Endo. That's what came from the press. Well done, boys. Endo now. Slips it into Elliott. Nice little space between the lines for him. Gets past the first challenge. Still Harvey Elliott. Strike! Oh! Unlucky, son. Unlucky. Bounces just in front of the keeper and goes about half yard wide of the post. But unlucky that from Elliott. I love that from him. He gets the ball and immediately turns and wants to run at goal. And as I've said many times, I love seeing him drop between the lines like that to find the space. Lucky. Oof. Wasn't too far away, that. Again, well in. Where can I watch the game in Australia? I don't know the answer to that one, Joseph, my man. Maybe somebody in the chat will have will be able to help you. Well done, Darwin. Wins the ball back, plays it to Costas. Well in. Ball across. No one there. Cleared away. You're right, though. Everybody in the chat's right. The tempo is much better so far today. And I think that comes from having Elliott and Jones on the pitch, to be honest with you. I think they set that press. You make Liverpool streams 100% better. Love you, man. Thank you so much, Bobby. I really need that today, mate, of all days. This was a stream I was so nervous about. Even said it to Ben beforehand. Like, really came into today's stream, just promised myself I wasn't going to let anyone down. So, yeah, thank you. Endo to Elliott. Ball over the top to Gakpo. Oh, unlucky. Heavy touch from him. Well won back, though. Again, this press is on point. Jones. Szoboszlai. Yes, Dom. Go on, Dom. Yes, Dom. Lovely little turn. Ball in again. It's blocked. I swear we have more crosses and shots blocked than anybody else. I don't have a stat to back that up, but it feels that way at times. We play better with Elliott on the pitch, in my opinion, said LLE. You're a legend. We love your work, said Pixel Beard. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you. I think a pixel beard is probably the only type of beard I could get. Actually, I want to just, when we're talking about hair, Stevie from the Happy Hour podcast, who's a lovely guy, by the way. Um, as we all know, Stevie got a hair transplant, and I seen a photo of him today with the one with Michael Van Gerwen. The dude is looking top notch. That hair transplant is amazing. One of the best ones I've seen. Stevie's looking great. So well done to him. Big fan of Stevie, Jack, mate. Love the lads. But yeah, looking good. Much love from Sweden. Thank you, Ave. Right back to you. Thoughts on Luke Shaw fat shaming coming back? I don't think Luke Shaw's fat. I think Luke Shaw's just a stocky little train. I think Luke Shaw's a fine fullback, to be honest with you. I don't get the fat stuff at all. He doesn't look fat to me. He looks stocky. Look at Rooney. Rooney, similar type build. You know, they're powerful. Finty said, "Don't worry, Craig. I'm a loyal member. Much love, my man. Thank you." No, look, I'm fat, and you know I'm fat if I put on a United kit or a Liverpool kit or an Arsenal kit. I think Luke Shaw doesn't look fat to me. I think he just looks stocky. But Medusa said, "Love Endo so far. Very forward thinking. We have a corner here, by the way, left hand side. Verge coming up from the back. Come on, straight on the Verge's noggin. Here we go. Let's go. Come on." Oh, lucky ball in. Craig, I saw the new episode on the kickoff. I love the best one so far. Thank you, mate. I had loads of fun that day. Um, yeah, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed being on there with the guys as well. It was a lovely group of people that day as well. West Ham on the attack down the right. Their right, our left, sorry. Again, there's Jones. There he is with that press. He's a machine. Go on, Curtis. He is a pressing machine when he's on it. And he's skipping past challenges now as well. Slips it into Dom. The Harvey. Elliot. Strike. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Good football, that. All comes from Dominic Soboslai. Maybe a friend in the chat earlier on who was saying Dom isn't tired was right because he's not looking at it now. Curtis Jones, Dominic Soboslai, great bit of footwork there. Plays it to Elliot, cuts in. He's not close away from picking at the top corner there. You know, it's not too far away, I should say. Excuse me. Ooh, I bet you when that left his foot, he thought it was in. Craig, would you please read The Night Before Christmas for my grandkids? Joe, I've never read that, mate. Is that the one that it was the night before Christmas and everyone was still? I don't know that book, mate. Sorry. Or was it a poem? I don't know. Are we bossing it so far, Craig? Yes. Yes. Very much so. Look a lot better. We look so much more energetic tonight. Gakpo spins inside. How do you get your head to shine? Mine just won't. Honestly, I just think I have a naturally shiny noggin, dude. I just use shaving. Maybe I use shaving gel. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Shaving gel. But yeah, and look, to be fair, I did just shave it right before the stream, so it is freshly done. Christmas cookie energy tonight. Oh, I've got a box of cookies over there. My num num box. Right, again, Elliot plays the ball out left-hand side to Costas. So far, we've had 13 successful passes in the final third to West Ham's 1. Jones to Elliot. 15 minutes on the clock at Anfield. Costas. Back to Harvey Elliott. Ball dinked in. Again, it's headed away. Second ball, though, drops the Verge. Elliot again. Brings it under control. Little look over the shoulder. Plays it out to Costas. Give him an option. Elliot. Jones. Doesn't like what's in front of him, so he goes back to Verge and we reset. Kwanzaa, move it out quickly. Well done. Joe Gomez now has a bit of space. Oh, is he missed? What was Joe? I don't know what Joe Gomez was thinking there, but he tried to feed the ball in. It's worked out well for us, though. We've won it back with Dominic Soboslai. Cross in. Darwin header, can't quite get the purchase on it, and it goes a couple of yards wide. But again, in promising build-up play. Need to get you a Nugnum box one day. Oh, the 20 nuggets from McDonald's. Yes, yeah. Curry dip and lots of salt. Where's Leo? I've explained it earlier on, Kieran, mate. There was our sponsors were there was a couple of things that meant I had to do the stream solo, and unfortunately, we told Leo a couple of days ago, but we will get Leo on as soon as we can. It's just we don't have many sponsors at the minute, and Surfshark are our sponsors tonight. We need to make sure that we give them the full spiel. And by the way, if you are looking for ways like tonight where the game isn't done, like our friend in Australia was asking where it's on and he can watch, Surfshark are your best option. Get yourselves over to Surfshark, scan the QR code on the screen, or go to the website and use the Anfield Agenda code, all one word, Anfield Agenda, and you can have Surfshark VPN for just over €2 per month, plus up to 6 months free. They are our longest standing partners, and we're very grateful to the support of Surfshark. So, and they're a product I use pretty much every day as well, to be honest with you. If you're not into the VPN game, yeah, do check it out, because VPNs can open up a whole new world of content. And of course, they keep you safe and secure from hackers and trolls out there on the internet who want to take your data. They make sure that it's protected, blurred out in a way when you're online. So yes, much love to Surfshark. So that was not offside, by the way. I'm sorry. That wasn't offside. The far side defender was playing him on. So that'll go down as another offside for Darwin, but I'm saying he wasn't offside there. Downtown Vegas said VPNs are a must. It's how I watch all the games in the States. Well, as you know, when the games aren't on TV in the UK or Ireland, mate, I use my Spanish The Zone account, and thanks to Surfshark for helping me able to use that. So yeah. Oh, West Ham trying to bundle their way through, but they were crowded out, and thankfully the ball ends up with Queevy and Kelleher. He was offside. I don't think he was, Aaron. If you look at I don't know which defender it was for West Ham, but look on the far side of the pitch when Darwin made his move. I don't think he was offside on that occasion. First one, I thought he was a little bit, but that one, I actually thought he timed it well. So behind. So what? Well, what do you want me to do, mate? I'm getting a bit fed up with this shit. You come on and tell us then. If you're so far behind, then why not just tell us everything that's going on yourself or shut up? Simple as that. If you want to take it up with Sky, do, because I pay a lot of money to them every month for my Sky subscription. So if it's delayed and you're a little bit ahead of us, then maybe you can take that up with Sky rather than crying to me. So yeah, away you pop. Like, it's not like I'm using dodgy links, you know. I'm paying a lot of money to Sky for my subscription. And unfortunately, as it's a streaming product, Sky Glass, there is an inbuilt delay. Strike! Unlucky. Again, another one from Elliot. Why is there no VAR? Only in the semi-finals of this competition, Alan. I was asking the same question myself yesterday, and it's only in the semi-finals the VAR comes in. What channel is the game on? I'm watching it on Sky Sports main event. Endo, Elliot, Kwanzaa, Kelleher goes long with the clearance. Go on, bounce, 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 bounce. Have I had a cold? A little bit, little bit. My son has had a pretty heavy dose of a flu or cold, to be honest with you. But just today I woke up feeling a little bit snotty, but not too bad. Not got the aches and pains anyway. Right, 20 minutes. Well, 20 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Still scoreless at Anfield. Sultan said Anfield does seem dead. So I know that the Anfield atmosphere is a big topic at the minute. And I think sometimes it's blown out of all proportion. You know, it's difficult for crowds to be up for every game. And I think it's as important that they react to this, that what happens on the pitch. So I think it's on everyone to improve the atmosphere, the players, the crowd at times, but also it has to be a real living, breathing thing. It can't be faked or forced. Again, another strike from the edge of the box. Dominic slips when he hits this one and it goes behind for a goal kick. David Smith, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC again, mate. Thank you. Do you think, I don't know what you mean by Bruno Guimaraes. Do I think it should have been a red? Is that what we're talking about? Hi, Craig. How are you, my favorite YouTuber? What do you think about the match coming up? Keep up the amazing content. Thank you. I'm nervous for Saturday. Tifa, can't lie to you. Very nervous. This is the first time I think Arsenal have come to Anfield where I do feel nerve. Usually quite confident when we play them, but such a big game. Jones, strike. Straight down the keeper's throat. Unlucky, but at least we're tested. Where was these shots against United, by the way? If Liverpool do make the final of the Europa League in Dublin, will I go? So I could go. I could get a ticket, and this time I actually can. But no, I want if Liverpool get to the final, I want to do a show in Dublin where we watch the game together and do a live bit of content around it as well. But I want to be there with Anfield Agenda community rather than just leaving everybody and taking a ticket and going to the game and saying fuck the audience. Like, I think I'd pass and try to do something with you guys that night. Why don't I go to Anfield? Two things. Firstly, it's tough to get tickets, as I'm sure you're aware, and I don't have any magic formula for tickets to Anfield. Secondly, I've got a business, and that's what this is here. So I've got to look after the business. I've got 4 people that rely on us for a salary. So yeah, I've got to work. I am going to go after Christmas to a game. I have a plan to go after Christmas to one game, but I'm going to keep it to myself when that game is, because I don't know yet, honestly. But what have we got? So proud to say I'm a fan of Anfield Agenda. Even prouder to say I'm a friend of Craig. Love you, man. Hope the family are well. Thank you, Bobby. Family are good. Hope yours are as well, mate. Yeah, family are good. Can't complain. Everyone's healthy. Everyone's well. Everyone's safe. That's all I can ask for. Another super chat. Charlie, how are you, sir? Said, hey, Craig, not aimed at you. Why is Bowen so underrated? If he was Spanish like Sergio Bowen, people would cream their pants for him. I'd love him. Mate, I'm right with you on that. I'd love him as well. I think, look, nobody will replace Mo. It's not going to happen. No human being will be able to come in and just be Mohamed Salah or do what Mohamed Salah has done. But I do think Jared Bowen is somebody that could seamlessly fit into the system we play with Jurgen Klopp. And I think we would warm to him as a player because he works his ass off. So I'm with you on that one, mate. I also am with you with if he was foreign, we'd probably all want them because he'd have that, sexy name. But yeah, I think he's brilliant. And also, here's a question though. What would you pay for Jared Bowen? What would be a fair price? Because somebody asked me this the other day, and I gave out a number, but I just want to see if you guys think similar. Corner here to Liverpool, by the way, on the far side. Come on, boys. Cross in. Again, it's not great. Doesn't beat the first man. It's recycled by Jones to Joe Gomez, who does well. Plays it back out right-hand side. Costas. Waiting. Endo. Goal kick. 80 said your daily sub lover. 50-60 said, who was that? Said Blight 1314. Henry said 70. Henry Quick said 40. 70 million said Creative JB. 60 million at least. Yeah, so I think we're all on a similar wavelength. 60 million would be what I think he's worth. So yeah, if Liverpool paid 60 million for him, I think that's reasonably good business. Costas out the left to Darwin. Cuts inside. Rolls good ball back to Elliott. Ball lucky across the 6-yard box. That was good from Darwin. Cut inside, seeing the run from Elliott, reversed the ball to him. Elliott's ball across the 6-yard box was defended. Now it's out with Joe Gomez, who takes a heavy touch and it goes behind for a goal kick. Unlucky, boys. Would you swap Bowen for Nunes? Well, no, because we still have 2 problems. So the Bowen conversation only happens if Mo leaves. If Mo stays, then we don't need to look at Bowen. But Would I swap Bone for Nunes? Mm, well, no, because we still need to find a centre forward. Unless the conversation is that we play Mo through the centre, because I'm also all right with that. I've said this before. As players get older and their game changes a bit, sometimes their position changes, and I can see Mo through the centre. Bobby Tams, thank you, mate, for gifting a membership. That has gone to Jordan. Thank you, pal. Thoughts on diving? There's been some shocking ones lately, and I mean, couple last night in the Chelsea game that I thought were shocking. Soboslai had a bit of a dive the other day, which I thought wasn't great either. Yeah, I don't like cheating in general, and that's what diving is, in all honesty. Especially when you see the player throwing the leg into the defender. Right, we are 27 minutes in, still scoreless. Gakpo in possession. Do hit the subscribe button, by the way, my friends. If you are new to the channel, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Oh, good ball in. Look, we just can't. It feels like we're getting close. Oh, yes, well in. Yes, Kwanzaa. Strike. Oh, what a goal! Dominic Soboslai. Woo! Oh, my days. I said we were getting closer. I didn't think it was going to be that soon. Oh, my goodness. Dom has arrived. He's not tired. Why were you thinking he was tired? Nah, he was just bored. Now he decided he's turning it on, and look at this. Look at this and enjoy it. Just sit back and enjoy it. Kwanzaa does brilliantly. Gives it to Dom. Oh, I could watch it all day. I could watch this all day. Soboslai gets the ball from great work from Kwanzaa. Look at that. It's like a bullet out of a gun. Watch this. Look at the movement on that. Oh my God. Oh, definitely red panty night here for Dom. That is unbelievable. And you know what, though? Big shout out to Jarell Kwanzaa for his unbelievable interception that led to that. Oh, yes. Oh, I'll take that. I saw a clip of you saying you consider quitting today. Don't let the haters get you down. I'm a Chelsea fan and got to say football community love you, not just the Liverpool fans. Mate, thank you. Keane, thank you. That's very kind of you, dude. Appreciate you. Just the football community, man. Thank you. Because football is my life, mate. I love it. So yeah, appreciate you. Means a lot. Thank you. But what a goal, lads. Let's wrap it up. You're not going to get a better goal than that tonight. Honestly, mate, thank you so much. That's made my night, Keane. Thank you. Appreciate your generosity and your kind sentiment. Thank you. Oh, my days. Look, we asked for a reaction, right? We wanted a reaction after the performance against United. Well, I think we're getting a reaction. If you haven't seen that goal yet, you should be looking forward to it because, oh my days, what a strike. I really liked the defense tonight, said Whitehammer. That was brilliant from Jarell Kwanzaa. That goal doesn't happen without Kwanzaa stepping up and reading that situation so well. And that is such a good sign for such a young defender. It's 2 a.m. here, said Sager. Worth staying up late. Yeah. It's this is what we love, right? This is what makes our hearts sing. See the boys at it and to see the beautiful Dominic Soboslai with a rocket of a strike. I wondered did it take a deflection at first, but it was just a really true strike of the ball. Yeah, I'm delighted for Dominic as well. Because I think it's fair to say he hasn't been himself the last couple of weeks, but tonight, I tell you what though, big argument here to make Curtis Jones starts on Saturday. I'm putting it out there. Jones is a machine in the press here tonight. And I think it'll be hard not to consider him against Arsenal because we need this type of energy. Izzy, my friend, how are we? Dropping back. I love that profile pic. Welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, Izzy. Sending love from Hudson, is it Massachusetts, Josh? Hopefully see you at the live show. If you're in Massachusetts, Josh, don't forget, March 22nd, Anfield Agenda in Boston. Tickets are on sale on Ticketmaster right now. Very proud moment, by the way, seeing my ugly mush on Ticketmaster. Cross in. Oh, unlucky Dom. Corner to Liverpool. I'm loving this. This is Liverpool. This is our boys. You wouldn't swap Nunes for Bowen. I didn't. Did I say that? I'm remembering the conversation. Like I thought I said, if we swap Nunes for Bowen, we'd still need a 9, and maybe you could put Mo through the centre. I mean, I understand the point, and it wouldn't it would work for us, but I don't know. I don't see it being a possibility either. Like, because West Ham, would he want to go to West Ham, Darwin? I don't know. Bowen arguably the second best right wing in the league. Well, Luke, there's nobody has bigged up Jared Bowen more than me, dude. Honestly, I've battled my fellow Liverpool fans on Jared Bowen for a while. So yeah, I'm all in to get Bowen if we lose Mo, mate. You don't have to convince me on that one. I've been banging that drum for a while. Best football channel ever. Jensen, thank you, my man. Best football community ever is what I'd like to add back to you, sir. We're only as good as you guys. So without you, channel doesn't do anything. So thank you for staying with us. Never change. The world needs more people like you. I don't know where the love's coming from tonight, but thank you. Means a lot. Really. I needed it. Thank you. Waffles or donuts? Now there's a conversation I can get on board with. Both. Both. Yeah, both. I love both. You know the way some people have a sweet tooth? Well, I have a fat tooth. I'm all for the buffets, straight to the dessert, honestly. And is it weird to say that when we're going to Boston, what I'm most looking forward to is the breakfasts? Because nobody does breakfast like the Americans. Pancakes, waffles, maple syrup, all the good stuff. Oh, ball out to Elliot. Well done, Harvey. Keep it in. No, keep throwing. What is this? Without you, we'd have to wait in a notification to tell us the score. Much love. Thank you, Ben. You deserve these burgers. I love a burger. I said that once, right, on a stream years ago. If you ever want my attention, just throw food or burgers into the chat. And people thought I was joking. Honestly, if I see burgers, I'm like, I'm reading that comment. That dude gets me. Where can I get tickets for Boston? We'll put a link into the chat for you in a second, if that's possible. But Ticketmaster, if you just go on Ticketmaster, search Anfield Agenda, you'll see the tickets there. They went on sale on Friday. And I cannot wait to come to Boston, man. I cannot wait. Going to be an extra 4% charming just for you guys in Boston. West Ham look tired, yeah, and I'm loving that we're dragging them around the pitch. And no, Jota's not on the bench. You're the go, thank you. Meigs just posted burgers. Well in. Burger. A smash burger or a normal quarter pounder? Smash. I didn't get the whole smash burger thing till I've had some, and then I'm like, yeah, no, smash. Smash the shit out of that burger. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Favorite burger joint? Well, we don't have too many. I love Bobo's Burgers in Dublin City Centre. They do some lovely burgers. Shout out to them. But probably Five Guys, in all honesty. Does pizza work or just burgers? Yeah, pizza works. Don't forget, halftime drink review coming up as well. I've never had an In-N-Out burger, Fabian. Never had one, dude. Wendy's burgers are, to be respected as well. They're squirgers. Have I had Chinese food? Well, I don't know if I've had real Chinese food, but I've had Chinese takeaway food, yes. Darwin into Dom. Challenge comes in on him, goes behind. It'll be yet another Liverpool corner. Chipper or Chinese? Chipper. Chipper, Callum. Craig, please be more understanding with Soboslai. I've nothing derogatory about Dominic Soboslai, mate. I've all I've said about Dom is he hasn't looked himself. I love Dom. You won't see me being a Dom hater, man. I love him. All my concern was on an emotional level and that he doesn't look himself. I didn't mean that he's not trying. I mean, like, I wondered, was there something going on in his life because he hasn't looked his normal, bubbly, jolly self. So yeah, no, I rate Dom hugely. Why was I hating on Darwin Nunes? Because he was shit. And by the way, where were you the 20 weeks I was loving on Darwin Nunes? I don't remember you popping in to ask me why I was so supportive of Darwin Nunes. So until you want to have a balanced conversation, mate, you're just not getting any more of my time, to be fair with you. Because I don't remember you here when I was the only one defending him and so many people were slagging him off and I was supporting him. Don't remember your ass popping up then with your smart arse comments. So yeah, off you pop. And exactly as that person has said there, it's not hating, it's criticism. I'm not talking about his personal life. I'm not talking about Darwin the man. I'm saying it was an infuriating performance and it wasn't good enough. And I stand over all of that. But I've also said many times, give the kid a chance and time. That was a big game, you know. Jones, double ricochet, unfortunately, and it goes behind for a goal kick. No, Salah isn't injured, Claire. He is just, I think, being rested. He's on the bench. Obviously, Kloppo wants to keep him fresh for the Arsenal game. How has Darwin been today? He's been okay, is the answer. He's got into some good areas. He's worked hard. The press has been on point. He's getting more space to run the channels. He's linking up with his teammates a bit better, but he hasn't really had a chance yet in the game. But I think himself, Elliott, Soboslai, and Jones have been very impressive with their energy and press in the first 39 minutes. Someone said the offsides is what really irks me. Yes, because unlucky. Because a lot of the time that's lazy. You know, not looking across the line in some of these occasions, it's infuriating, as you've said yourself. It's just lazy. Living in Bali, but from Dublin. How am I today? Sam, I'm good, and I hope you're enjoying Bali, my friend. Thank you for being in with us, dude. Cross in over everybody to Jones. I don't know what he was trying to do there. Costas gets the second. Costas has had a few heavy touches tonight. Paul, how are you, my friend? In-gear driving RSA approved instructors, but Paul, as we know him, said only in why did this team not play against Man United much better? I was saying something similar, Paul, earlier on. I said, for me, this Jones got to start against Arsenal. If this is the impact Jones has on the energy levels of those around him, and no, we've seen a much better Dom tonight as well, to be fair, but I think Jones has to be a starter if he carries on like this against Arsenal because that energy level and that press is something to behold. With Doak now out with a knee injury and Jota still not back, do you think we need an extra attacker? Richard, good news on Jota is I think he might be in the squad for Sunday, or excuse me, Saturday evening. Very unlucky for Ben Doak, and I wish him a speedy recovery. But no, I wouldn't go out and bring in another attacker off the back of Doak being out because in non-Europa League and League Cup games, Doak doesn't really get too much of a run out. So I wouldn't say we need to go out an attacker. I read today, though, that we're looking at midfield and defence. And now, when I say we're looking at midfield and defence, I don't know if it's for January or the summer, but they're the areas that apparently the club are looking at. Dom or Odegaard? Oh God, I got to be honest, Benjamin. I love them both. Um, Odegaard's not having the same impact he did last season, but he's a wonderful player. So's Dominic Szoboszlai, though. So I think I'm going to give you the cop out answer and say if you've either of those two in your team, you're not too displeased. Craig, you're not yourself tonight. I haven't heard you curse once. I'm trying my best to not let people down, mate. I do take your feedback seriously. And I guess I'm just on my good behavior tonight, just trying to make sure I don't have any more follow-up trouble because I don't like it. I don't like disappointing people. So I guess I am on my best behavior a little bit. And also we are testing out something as well, to be purely honest with you. We're testing out something with YouTube. I'm trying to see if a lack of swearing will impact on something or not. But trust me, I will swear at some point. And I think I've said a few swear words. I just, when the team plays well, I'm happy. And when we play like we are and we look like we do tonight, I'm happy. And when I'm happy, the world's good. Costas, well in, good battling. Back to Verge. I mean, we have marshalled this game very well. We've not given West Ham a sniff. We've barely had to do one at the back, which is testament to, again, that press and the midfield effort tonight. Very calming for my blood pressure tonight, said Neil. Yes, sir. Absolutely. It's nice when this type of thing happen, isn't it? We get that early goal. We're managing the game well. Now we just want the second, obviously, to kill off any confidence from West Ham or any late drama of a comeback. We've seen in the League Cup last night, both at Everton and in the Chelsea-Newcastle game, that one goal leads our precarious position with that late equaliser for Chelsea. They went on and then won the game as well. So Newcastle should have seen that out. So I'd like Liverpool to get a second. Craig, swearing is a habit, same way drinking, smoking. It's not good to integrate a swear word into every sentence, which becomes natural. So I don't have any issue with swearing, mate. I don't think swearing makes me a better or worse person. And maybe it's the part of the world I'm from. Maybe I don't know. It's natural for me to swear. I find I can be more descriptive when I swear. And I don't get the problem with swearing. I've always said this. I don't get it. Like, I could come on and F and blind, or I could come on and try and instigate violence or hate, and that wouldn't get flagged up. But the intent of what I'm saying would be horrendous. So I think sometimes people just get too caught up in swearing. Oh, lucky. Unlucky. Great pick out. Gakpo was a free header. Seems like he was hanging in the air for a little bit, to be fair. And heads it. Tries to pick out the far corner and just wide, but good ball in from Elliott. Gakpo does well to pull away a yard to the edge of the 6-yard box. And that's unfortunate. Again, though, great impact from Elliott and good pick out. So let me just say this as well. If you think your kids don't hear swear words or it's going to impact them negatively, I think you're living a very sheltered life. I've listened to my son on YouTube. I've listened to what he's listening to. And I've heard swearing, but I've not heard bad intent. I've also heard my son on YouTube listening to people whose influence on my son I would be far more worried about due to the content of what they're saying. Liverpool have had 11 shots in this game, by the way, to West Ham's none. 3 on target. Again, none for West Ham. One minute added on by the ref at the end of the first half, which has flown by. And again, look at that press from Dom. Twice, well in. I'm going to ask my wife for the drinky poo now. Hopefully she's not going to torture me with something too bad. Half time at Anfield, my friends. It is Liverpool who lead by that Dominic Soboslai screamer to nil. And screamer it is. If you haven't had a chance to see it yet, you're in for a treat. It's an absolute wonder strike. In the words of Father Jack from Father Ted, drink, feck, arse, girdles. Would I swap Salah for Mbappe? Yes, I would. And obviously, I think the correct answer is that most of us would because of the age factor, if nothing else. Right, what have we got today, Serena? What are you poisoning me with? I don't know what they are, so you just pick. Hand me one. Which one are we going for? Okay, what's this one? Can you see this? Nope.
For foot's sake, what are these?
No, that's green. I've definitely not seen that.
This is green.
Right, I'm going to go for this one, Serena. Thank you.
How have I managed to pick every...
Oh, I see the word mango.
Yeah, it's the same ones, but different flavours I've got you the last couple of times.
I'm being well looked after tonight. Lots of kind people in the chat.
Look, this one's better.
Lots of kind people. They understand I'm a lunatic.
How have I managed to pick out drinks that nobody can see every time?
I don't know. You've got some special gift for it, though.
Special
If it's
gift.
yellow or green, you're buying it and it's not being seen on the screen. Right. Anyway, I got to review this.
Okay.
So thank you. Right. So today we got another Tiger Head Shock. I know you can't see this, but it says Tiger Head Shock. And it's, what have we got? It's Quasne Mango. So I don't know what to expect from this, but we'll give it a bash. I do love a bit of mango, though, so I'm expecting this to be nice. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm having that. Oh, you know when you open something and you get that tropical hit of, I don't know, like lilt or something. You just get that bang. So sensory-wise, the sniff test, it's a big yes. Ooh. It's like, it's like sour mango. Oh, I'm having them. Oh, lads. Oh, this is the best one yet. Oh, this is amazing. It's like sour mango. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh, hello. I'm giving this 10 out of 10. This is the best one I've had yet. Tiger Head Shock Mango. Mega Quasny is what it says. Oh, this is the business. Oh, yeah. I'm giving that 2 thumbs up. The clock is still on, is it? I'm not running the clock, so apparently it's not on. I don't know. I don't know why you keep saying clock to me, people. I don't know what's happening there. But either way, 2 thumbs up for this. Oh, I'm loving this. This is the best one by a mile. Oh, this is my new little treat drink. Oh well, hello. I think she got this in the local Polish shop, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, it feels like I'm having candy and a drink at once. Oh yes, that's amazing. Oh wow. Yes, I need to be alone with that drink for a moment. Right. My wife calls mango mingo, by the way. She hates it. I adore it. I love mango. Super chat. Right, let me scroll back up. Sorry. Obviously I missed a few things there while I was being alone. I don't think I did miss one. I've seen Mark's one. Who do you want in the next round? Middlesbrough, obviously. I want the easiest possible draw if we get through. And we will be keeping you up to date with the draw in the post-match show. So somebody saying I wouldn't swap Salah for anyone. Sometimes I think you have to think pragmatically about the situation. So I think we're still talking about the would you swap Salah for Mbappe. Think of it this way. We have a 32-year-old with 1 year to run in his contract, who, of course, his numbers speak for themselves. Or you have a 24, 25-year-old, potential future Ballon d'Or winner, and he's got another 8 years left in him. So I understand the respect and the admiration for Mo, but I can't see how how it would be the right business decision to say no if that situation arose. So yeah, I think because the age factor is the big one. You know, you've got two superstars, but one of them is much younger than the other, and I think that's the deciding factor in this conversation. When we're talking about the Salah Mbappe thing. Liam Carpenter said, "Hi Craig, I agree with you. I thought Darwin was more dull than a pig eating an apple, but love your streams and vids. Keep being a legend. Thank you." I think that eruption of frustration with Darwin was because of the amount of support I'd given him, and as I said, I built that situation up in my head for that game. That's not Darwin's fault. I was just expecting him to put United to the sword. Like I really was expecting a masterclass from Darwin, and uh, and it and it wasn't just that Darwin didn't show up. It was just a poor performance all around against United. And for one game, you want your team to be up for, and you want them to be swarming all over. It's United. Like they were a wounded animal coming to Anfield, and I wanted us to put them out of their misery. And that's why I got so frustrated because it was so passive from us. Mark, welcome back to Anfield Agenda FC. Connor Mullen said, so much energy in this team today. He wouldn't even be bothered if these started against Arsenal and bring the best subs on. The energy level today, as you've said, Liam, or Connor, excuse me, is tremendous. And I would make an argument that you've got to play Curtis Jones now because he sets the tempo with the press. And that Arsenal midfield is going to have energy. So I think Jones is a must to play against Arsenal. I'm trying to think. I'm wondering if you go ballsy and go Gravenberch in the 6. I know he's not a 6, but I think he can do that. And it also gives us the opportunity to get Soboslai and Jones into the midfield as well. So imagine that 3. Jones, Soboslai, and Gravenberch. I think I'd roll the dice on something like that. Joseph said, Don plays better as Salah isn't playing possible. I never really gave that thought process much time. I don't know. I'd just be guessing, but I'd say the impact Elliott and Jones have had on this game, I think, has been pretty cool. So maybe, I don't know, maybe Mo's a bit tired as well. Maybe he's a bit fatigued. He's played a lot of football, to be fair. Just confirmation as well that came out earlier on today. And again, thank you for sending this in, lads. The game between Bournemouth and Luton that was obviously abandoned because of the situation with Luton's captain. Obviously, we wish him a speedy recovery. That's going to be replayed in full. Do I like ice cream? I wouldn't be the biggest fan of ice cream. Like, it wouldn't be something I'd look on a dessert menu for. But if I'm out somewhere and we're past an ice cream shop and it looks nice, yeah, we'll give it a try. Do I remember Fabio Carvalho? I remember Fabio Carvalho. Of course I do. He's on loan at Leipzig and not pulling up any trees there either. We want the real lovely Craig, said Berry. Do you know what got me? I read a comment before I started earlier on, and it was like, I used to be a supporter of Craig, but the real Craig came out against Manchester United. Yeah. I love that people think your mask slips. Like I'm having this big con for the last 5 years, and that was the real me. Yeah, it was. It was a real fucking angry me, is what it was. Because I was seeing real horrendousness in front of me. So yeah, if that was the real me in that moment, then so be it. It was me. I can't be fake nice. You know, if something's not great, I can't sit here and go, oh, brilliant, Bula bus, clap all around. Nah, it was United and we were terrible. And it still annoys me. Opinion on Argentina, as in the country as a whole or from a footballing context? Big fan of beef from Argentina. Look, I was delighted they won the World Cup. I was an unashamed supporter. I had the jersey all the way through, and I was delighted for them to win the World Cup because it would have felt wrong to see Messi finish his career without that accolade. And I just felt huge relief for him, but also obviously happiness for the Argentinian people. Aero Goyler, thank you, mate. Apologies if I've mispronounced that, for joining Anfield Agenda FC. Craig, you have to admit the world thinks Klopp's done it. Oh, sorry, I'm going to try to read this through. Craig, you have to admit the world thinks Klopp's. Do you think the worst thing, is that what you're trying to say? The worst thing Klopp's done at Liverpool is bring in Darwin and Arthur Melo, both useless players. Well, I feel like that's a stretch to put them two in the same basket, because Arthur Melo was a panic last minute loan in the window. And look, I don't know where, and I don't want to use the term finger of blame, but I don't think it's stupid to say that there's potential galore in Darwin. Klopp would have seen it. We've seen it. And the problem has been consistency, because we know what he's capable of. And because we know what he's capable of, we hold him to that standard. And because we hold him to such a high standard, when he's not at it and it doesn't go right, it looks really bad. But there's a mercurial talent there. Like, look at that Newcastle turnaround because of him. That's not an accident. He's capable of that. So I think from everybody, it's frustration at what isn't clicking. Why can he do it one week and not the other? Is it the way we play? Is it a certain type of team? Is it something in his own head? And we also know that if Darwin manages to pull all these pieces together and put them into this jigsaw puzzle that is him, he's unplayable. Like, just simply unplayable. But I guess the real question comes with, how far do people, or how patient are we to wait for the possibility of that versus the reality of what we see week in and week out? I don't know the answer because it's an individual answer for people. For me, I've been fairly patient, but last week was a culmination of frustration. So I wouldn't sell Darwin, but I wouldn't pin my hopes on him if I'm Klopp. I wouldn't keep banging my head against the same brick wall if it isn't working out. But I think we're in a fortunate position that we do have options. We've got 5 good forwards. Is Tony Cascarino the best ever Irish player? I don't even know if Tony Cascarino really ever truly qualified to play for Ireland. But he's nowhere near the best. Liam Brady, Paul McGrath, Roy Keane, Shay Given should be in there with a shout as well. Ronnie Whelan. They'd be the ones that I think of if I think of the best ever Irish player. Craig, am I false in saying Elliott is more impactful than Salah, if you know what I mean? I don't know if we need to compare people. I think they do different things. Elliott's got more energy, buzzes around, drops between lines, finds a pass, is more efficient in what he does. But Salah has the capability of more world-class moments, probably. I look at this. I try to look at this in the situation that we're very fortunate. We've got loads of them. We've got loads of really, really, really good players, and it's just a matter of the right player at the right time for the right game in the right selection. So George Best was from Northern Ireland, which is why I didn't answer the question about him with George Best. And I also never got to see George Best play, so I can't really answer fairly on that one. Define world class, and is Saka world class? I don't know how to define world class. I think it's open to interpretation. Is Saka world class? No, not for me. Not yet. He will be. I've no doubt about that. But I don't think he's got to the level of consistency yet in his young career to put him into that world-class bracket. If he does it 3-4 seasons in a row, delivers good numbers, he's more than capable of it. And I think if we have this conversation in 3 years' time, I'm saying yes. But just, I wouldn't say world-class yet. Right, we're about to get underway. Second half. Soboslai to kick us off. Here we go. We're off. Ball goes back to Kwanzaa, who does the decent thing, launches the ball out long left-hand side, where West Ham win the header and Liverpool get a throw in. Dennis Irwin's another great shout. Dennis Irwin was an impeccable fullback. Mr. Consistency. Yeah, we're attacking the cop end. Got cool second half. No changes that I can see, my friends, for the second half here. Aren't you worried about the lads being too tired to face Arsenal? Yes and no. Like, we've got players who we are resting. So Canade's on the bench, Trent's on the bench, Salah's on the bench. Jota could be back, so that could be another option. So look, I think we have to try and take the competition seriously. We're at the quarterfinal, we're at home. You want to win. But I do, of course, appreciate your point. But winning, if you're winning, I don't think you're tired. You know, Jones strike comes off the West Ham player Kufal and will go behind for or Souček, excuse me, and will go behind for Liverpool corner. Why is launching the ball out wide a decent thing to do? Oh, it's just something I say on the channel, Alex. It has no actual meaning for the game. It's just because we do it so often. I just made up that phrase for that moment, mate. We do it for position. You know, we do it that if we win the first ball, we might get possession. If we don't win the first ball, the odds are the defender puts it out and we get a throw in fairly high up the pitch. Soboslai, ball across, takes a deflection. Oh, just over Cody Gakpo. And it goes out on the far side and it will be a Liverpool corner again. Do you think Elliott will be better than Foden? I think it's a damn good comparison. I think he's got the ability to be as good as Foden. Cross in from Costas. But I also do rate Phil Foden. I think Phil Foden's... I love those type of players to watch. The David Silvas of this world. Like, just lads who find space on a pitch when nobody else finds space. That's a real talent, like. You missed my super chat. Sorry, Harry. Let me scroll up, mate. Do you like Tom Grennan, the singer? Embarrassed to say, I know who Tom Grennan is, but I couldn't tell you any of his songs. I know he's very popular, and I know loads of people love him. I just haven't heard any of his music that I'm aware of, so I can't really give you an opinion on it. Endo, Darwin, little drag back, strike, unlucky, forces the keeper into a save, and it'll be yet another Liverpool corner. I feel like lately we've had some amount of corners in our past few games. Saliba or Diaz? Saliba for me. Corner in, headed away by West Ham. I mean, a second goal really would calm the old nerves here. Cross in. Oh, it's Cody Gakpo that peels across the front of the defender. No, it's not. It's Kwanzaa. My apologies. He tries to guide it goalwards, but too heavy of a connection, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Gary, I'm going to have a look for your super chat now, mate. I think you said you think I missed it, so my apologies, dude. Just bear with me when I fly back through to see if I did. Where's Gary's? Sorry, Gary, bear with me, mate. Who was it that said that? Oh, another chance that just goes by, this time from Jones. Who was it that said it? It was Gary. What was Gary's first surname? So a super chat from a Gary Voice that says, "Never change. The world needs more people like you." But that's the only Gary super chat I can see, mate. So unless I haven't seen it come through, I apologize, mate. But yeah, I haven't seen it. We're nearly at 1,000 likes, by the way. So if you can hit that like button, please do. Do I speak Gaelic? Cúpla focal. That wasn't a swear word, by the way, before anyone gives out to me. Oh my god, this is so good. Oh yeah. Oh, unlucky. We tried a little 1-2 out from the back. We got caught in possession. Now Bowen has it. Good challenge, Costas. Fuck off, Lino. Nah, bullshit, shenanigans. He just guessed. He just guessed and he gave it to West Ham. Nah. When Salah goes to the AFCON, who would be your preferred three strikers? I think we go with Elliot on the right. So Elliot, and then it's a matter of who the gaffer wants to mix in, whether that's Jota, Darwin, or Gakpo. La Liga and the Bundesliga. I watch much more La Liga than I would the Bundesliga, just a personal preference. Well in, Endo. Well in, good play. Challenge on Elliot, who's down. Hopefully it's not serious. Yeah, studs up there in that challenge from Alvarez, and Elliot certainly feeling the effects of it. Ball was won back by Endo. Then Elliot takes it, and in comes Alvarez with a. I mean, yellow's a fucking at least you can do there, ref, to be honest. What's my opinion on rugby? Like it. I wouldn't claim to be a fan of it, but certainly watch rugby if it's on the TV. Six Nations, stuff like that. Really, well, I was going to say I really enjoyed the Rugby World Cup. It was disappointing from an Irish perspective, but I certainly watched it. Joe Gomez now on the gallop forward to Dom. Tries to slip it in, but gets it back. Space open up to the left, dude. Do I watch any American sports? Yeah, NFL. In the last 2.5 years, I have really fallen in love with NFL. And I'm definitely going to a game next season somewhere. Elliot now on the attack. Ball inside the Gakpo, or excuse me, to Soboslai. He goes down. Referee says nothing doing. What's your opinion? Maybe Man City would have to give up the Champions League if Girona win La Liga. I'm sure that they'll find some way to get around the rules. Is my opinion on that. Corner to West Ham here. Good work by Costas. Good block. It was a cross came in from Bowen, and Costas was alert. Looked well done. Well done. He knew the man was behind him. Got the touch. Puts it behind. Right. Come on, boys. Defend. Wind's picking up a bit there at Anfield. Weather looks a bit miserable. Bowen to take the corner. Ball in. Headed away to the near post. Well done. Who do I support? Go to NFL London game? No. I want to go to America. I want to do it properly. I want to do the tailgate and I want to do the whole experience. Offside against West Ham. Ball played forward. Liverpool line was good. Flag goes up. Free kick to the Reds. How do you celebrate St. Patrick's? Couldn't give a shite about St. Patrick's Day. It's not. Maybe I can't speak for all Irish people, but I think it's a far bigger deal outside of Ireland than it is inside Ireland. I personally, I couldn't give a damn about Paddy's Day. I love that we have a day. I love that around the world people think of Ireland on that day, which is a good thing for our country. Go on, boys. Elliot, right hand side. Crosses blocks. Cleared by West Ham. Be coming back at them though. Endo plays it out to Soboslai. Yes, Craig, got to do the game. USA, Wembley. Oh, 100% Fidel. I wanted the whole thing. I want a whole day of it. Like I want the tailgate and I want the full 4 hour experience of the game. I want to go out after it. I want to just really soak it in. And I've been kind enough to be offered some tickets, by the way. I've been offered Bengals tickets and Titans tickets. But I don't know where to go yet. I don't know which one would be the best option. So I'll tell you what I'm thinking though. I might be going to Florida. Jones. I might be going to Florida in October, so maybe try to get two Jags. Oh, go on, Jones. Oh, he's done him. I love it. Megged him. Curtis Jones in front of the cop. 2-0. Whoop, whoop. He loves it. He loves it. He makes the keeper. I love a Meg. I do love a Meg. Jones gets Areola, gives him the eyes. The angle's against him, puts it through the keeper's legs. And it's 2-0, and we can all relax a little bit. Assist from Darwin as well in that one. Nice little celebration, nice little moment between the two of them. And there we go, 2-0. Breathe, relax. That's the cushion we needed. Oh, yes. Semi-final, here we come. Two-legged semi-final as well. So it was a lovely ball down the line from Darwin. And he just gives the keeper the eyes. Jones, left foot. I think the keeper's expecting him to cross it. He gives him the eyes by looking across and then just megs him. Puts it in, and Areola is looking a little bit foolish. But Curtis Jones with the goal. No more than his performance deserves as well. So, yeah, I'd love to go to a Jacksonville Jaguars game from over in Florida. My uncle from New York's coming over for Christmas. His eldest son is in the Barca Academy in New York. Supposed to be playing with them. I'm 17, but he's going to run rings around me. Well, you just got to take it on the chin, dude. If he's that good, you've got to just let him run rings around you. Whitehammer said, Craig, football without VAR is amazing. I'm serious. Yeah, I said it to myself earlier on when the linesman put a flag up. I thought, you know what? If he's offside by a little bit or he isn't, at least we know the fucking decision. It's done and dusted. Yes, Queeveen! Ball was played in, and I was expecting Jarrett Bowen to get on the end of that. But Kelleher comes out with a Superman punch, clears the line, and now Liverpool are on the counter-attack. Go on, boys. Jones. I'm full of mango, and I don't care. I'm full of mango fizziness, and I don't care. When are you going to Florida? We haven't booked it yet, but we're thinking of October. That's the time we usually go if we go to Florida. We go on the international break. Right, triple change from the gaffer. Trent, Canade, and Salah coming on. I don't get this. And I got to say, I don't get this. I don't understand these changes. And not because I don't want to see the lads, because I don't want the lads to get an injury. I don't get why we're risking 3 players of that stature when we're 2-0 up with a half an hour to go. I don't get it. Does anybody else agree with me on this one? Yes, take off if you want to take off Gakpo, Darwin, whatever, rest some lads. But, use some of the younger kids on the bench. Right, here come the changes anyway. So, Endo's coming off. Trent's coming on. That one seems self-explanatory. Well done, Endo. I'm from Jacksonville. I go to Jags games often. Maybe you can show me around, Tito. If I get over to Jacksonville for a game, maybe you can be my guide. Verge coming off to be replaced by Canade. Okay. Getting a rest for Verge. And it's Soboslai coming off for Mo. So we're probably going to see Mo go into his preferred right-hand side. Elliott drop back into midfield. And Trent also in midfield is what I think is going to happen here. So yeah, just checking this out here. Yeah, Trent's gone straight into midfield. Gomez staying at right back. Mo's on his right hand side. Gakpo centre. Yeah, exactly as I just thought there. That's the way we've gone. I love that little game of chicken there in the corner flag between Salah, Gakpo, and the West Ham defender, like pretending to clear it. Then Mo doesn't want to block it and give away a goal kick, and we end up with a throw in. So it worked. Trent now. Ball across to Jones. Out left hand side to Costas. 2-0 with 29 minutes to go. Goals on the day scored by Curtis Jones after an absolutely wonderful strike from Dominic Szoboszlai to open the score. Gakpo, nice ball out to Mo. Mo takes a touch, slips it into Elliott. Elliott strike. Unlucky, good vision, Mo. That's the pass I've been talking about with Mo for weeks. That's something I think he's added to his game this season. This little lovely reverse ball. He often slips these into Darwin. He's getting very good at that angled pass. It's one thing I think he's added to his game this season. Or at least I've only copped on to it this season. But that little angle pass is a nice little addition to his repertoire. Have I been to Istanbul? Yes, I have, Kaya. I was lucky enough to be there in 05. And I was there another time, but just in the airport on a stopover on the way to Crete. So I never left the city or got into the city that time. Are the semis 2 legs? Yeah, this is the last year. Crossed in from Trent, cleared away. Costas, bit of a heavy touch again. It allows West Ham to clear it, but it's come back to Darwin. Darwin across to Trent. Trent fires one in. Oh, and it goes through everyone. Took all of them by surprise and goes out for a goal kick. Charlie CB, welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultras, my man. Thank you for your support. Look forward to seeing you in Discord. Been to Malaysia? Nope, I've not had the pleasure yet. I was thinking of our friend Wayne the other night. Actually, Mauritius popped up on the TV. I can't remember what it was, but I was just something about Mauritius came up on the TV, and I just thought, one, it looked beautiful, and two, I was just thinking about Wayne, our friend from the chat. I hate to admit it, but I've been out for the evening, missed the game. What's the performance like? Intensity? Much better, Ewan. Right from the off, I think we all felt more comfortable with what we were seeing tonight. And that, I think Dominic Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, and Harvey Elliott, as well as Darwin, they set the tempo with the press early on, and the rest of the lads followed. So it's been a good performance all around. Darwin. Jens said, always remember you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and love more than you know. Robin from Winnie the Pooh. There you go. Thank you, Jens. Corner to Liverpool. Cost us to take it. Why would I change the scores when we haven't scored again, mate? I change the scores, and I don't change them, but they would be changed if we had something to change them for. So, as far as I'm aware, it's still 2-0. Another offside there. Goal kick, or excuse me, free kick taken by Areola. Jones brings it down to midfield. Gets the, oh no, giving away the throw in, sorry. Oh, go on, Mo. Go on. Unlucky. Just didn't bounce for him. Good ball over the top, Mo. He had to watch and wait for it to bounce, but the bounce took it away from him towards the keeper. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Trent. Well stepped in. Oh. So we slipped the ball down the right-hand side. I think Mo thought it was for Gakpo. Gakpo thought it was for Mo, and they both left it, and the ball goes behind for a goal kick. In my opinion, I think Nunes is way better on the left with Gakpo and Jota up front, said Kane. He seems to have more confidence coming in from the left. I got to be honest though, I'm not sold on Gakpo through the center as a striker. I still think he's better behind the front three. And thank you, Kane, by the way, for your super chat, mate. Appreciate you. There's King Kenny. I like to think that's a Werther's original he's enjoying there. I feels like it would be a Werther's original. It's a sweet befitting of the king. $23 and a bit minutes to go. Liverpool 2, West Ham 0. Who's been the man of the match so far? I would say Jones. Jones would probably be getting my vote. Free kick. Gakpo protected the ball well, but eventually enough kicks at him. It was a foul given by the referee, so free kick to Liverpool. Will I be watching the draw live? Yeah, we're going to have it as part of the post-match show, mate. So, yeah, if you join us for the post-match show, we will take you through the draw, of course. Trent pings the ball out left-hand side looking for Costas. West Ham defender gets a foot on it, though. Ball goes out, and I think we're about to see another change. Connor Bradley, by the looks of the chat, is coming on. Yep. Coming on to replace Costas. Yeah. Nice. Costas got a bit of a rest up ahead of Saturday against Arsenal. On comes young Connor Bradley. Good to see Bradley back after, well, I know he's been back before this, but good to see him getting back into minutes because obviously I'm a bit biased with him being from Northern Ireland. I want him to do well. Craig, the most complete LFC match so far for me in a while. We've done everything right, Jay Muse. We've controlled the game. We've given them nothing defensively. We haven't given the ball away needlessly at times on the counter. Yeah, we've managed the game really well, and it's been a mature, composed, good performance. Ali said you're the best. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Much love right back to you. The draw's after this game, for those asking. The draw is going to be tonight after the game, so we will keep you up to date with what's happening on that one. Obviously, I want the handiest draw possible. I can't lie. I want Chelsea to have Fulham, and we'll take Middlesbrough. Thank you very much. Good ball out. Nice cushion ball onto Mo. Hit it. Oh, yeah. I don't know why you went for the near post there, Mo. He should have went back across goal with that one. Yeah, I think you go across the keeper there. I don't know what he was. Nice little cushion ball from Bradley, though. So Gomez has gone across left back, by the way. Bradley's gone into the right. LFC played crap just to keep Ten Hag at United, said Jens. I wish that I wish that was the reason, honestly, but I just think we had a shit day, mate. Well, in Mo. Unlucky. Stepped in, won the ball well, but then overhit the pass to Gakpo. Strike. Oof. Strike there from West Ham from distance, but not really troubling Queevy Kelleher, who watches the ball sail over his crossbar. It was Kudus with the effort, but nothing for Queevy to do there, but just watch the ball drop over the bar. Do you think it's a problem our strikers aren't scoring anymore? No. I'm sure that they'll put it right soon. Oh, Canada, go on, fella. Go on, step in. Gakpo. There you go. There we go. You asked for it. He scores it. Cody Gakpo. What was this about our strikers not scoring? That's a myth. A myth, I tell you. Cody Gakpo rifles one in from the edge of the box, and it's Liverpool 3, West Ham 0. Semi-final, here we go. Cody Gakpo with the goal. I mean, what's all this fuss about the strikers not scoring? I don't know what you're talking about. Canade wins the ball, steps it upfield, right on the edge as well, cuts it onto his right foot, inside the little D on the edge of the 18-yard box. And it's just a very controlled finish from Cody Gakpo. Through the defender's legs as well. We love that. That's 2 of our 3 goals today. We've managed a nutmeg in the process of scoring. Curtis Jones through the keeper's legs, and right here, Cody Gakpo through the defender's legs, rifled into the corner. 3-0. Safely booking our place into the semi-final of the League Cup. Did you hear Neville writing us off already? Neville can fuck off, honestly. Well, I'd expect that else of him. He's hardly going to come out and go, oh, Liverpool are great. I think they're going to win the treble. Let him write us off. He's a lot more to be concerned about, a lot closer to home with United and Salford. So, let him write us off. He'd swap positions with Liverpool in a heartbeat for his United team. 25 games unbeaten now for Leverkusen after the 4-0 win tonight. That is some run. That is some run from Xabi Alonso's side. West Ham fans are heading off there, hitting the road early, beating the traffic. Where's Newlon? Again, I'm not producing this stream, so I haven't got control over Newlon. 17 minutes to go, and it's been pretty perfect so far. Are we going to win the League Cup? I hope so, Cheese McGee. I hope so. Nothing like a nice little early trophy in the season, little trip to Wembley or Anfield South. So I hope so. I love the League Cup. Salah, Darwin, back heel, unlucky, cleared again. Elliott. Still have 16 more minutes to enjoy, by the way. There's Newlon. I don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the bouquet. Newland's, I've got a real live Newland on top of my Christmas tree, and he just dances around the tree. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a Newland holiday. Jones, Salah, Bradley, another Liverpool corner. Newland loves it. He loves life. He loves a Liverpool celebration. You should see him dressed up as Father Christmas. He looks a sight to behold. Hey, did you try to come in and troll me to say bipolar? But again, you're another dumb little fuck who can't put a sentence together. Just go away, mate. And to think you can throw around the phrase bipolar. Like it's not an insult to people who suffer with that condition. I don't, but your lazy ass comment on it is just it's just that, mate. It's just lazy and pathetic. It's a serious condition that some people battle. So a bit more respect towards their mental well-being would be happy. And I don't know about you, mate, but when stuff's going well, most people are generally happy, right? And when stuff isn't going well, like against United, most people are pretty annoyed. So I don't know if you think everyone that has any variant of emotion is somehow suffering from a condition, but grow up and learn to spell. More importantly, because my God, mate, the hash you made of that word, it was I'm embarrassed for you, in all honesty. What are they eating in Ireland at Christmas? Turkey and ham would be the usual. I'm not a fan of turkey myself. I find it a bit dry, but yeah, turkey and ham would be the usual. I do love a ham. Oh, I love a ham. Oh, ball over the top. Looking for Bowen. Puts inside. Goal. 3-1. And people still going to tell me Bowen isn't good enough. I mean, look, you'd want the clean sheet, but still think Bowen isn't good enough. I mean, times his run. I think he's just onside. No VAR anyway, but times his run, cuts inside, gets a little bit of luck on ricochet off Kwanzaa, and then it's a good finish. He gets a bit fortunate because it does ricochet off Kwanzaa, but after that, it's just a good finish, and Kelleher ain't saving that, to be fair. Gakpo has been substituted for Lucho. I mean, again, I don't understand why we're seeing Lucho brought on. I don't know why we're unnecessarily giving players that we should be resting up a run out when the game's already done. But I just hope it doesn't come back to haunt us. But we've got 12 and a bit minutes to go. It's 3-1. Gomez on the attack now for Liverpool. Strike! Unlucky, Joe. Unlucky! Oh, follow up. Keeper gets up well. Again, people going in on Kwanzaa there. It was an unlucky ricochet that came back off him to Bowen. I wouldn't call it poor defending, but he's off. Flag up, he's off. Free kick to Liverpool, 12 to go. West Ham on the attack again. Cross in. Over hit, goes behind goal kick. Reminder, anyone that puts in fake scores, it's an instant ban. We don't put up with fake scores in the chat because it's a shithouse thing to do to other people who can't watch the game live. So anyone who's put in fake scores, you are going to be banned, and rightly so. It's not very nice to your fellow footy fans giving them fake scores. Danny Ings getting ready to come on for West Ham, by the way. Kelleher puts the boot through it. 10 to go. Jones now to Darwin. Strike. Hits the post. Salah. Should have been 4-1 that. Darwin cuts inside. His strike hits the post. It ricochets back to Mohamed Salah. And he missed from... yeah. I mean... I'm not saying nothing. Nine to go. It was a good strike there from Darwin. I think Mo maybe had a bit more time than he knew he had, but thankfully the score's the 3-1. And that wasn't a moment where we were scoreless or anything. Come on, boys. One back. Trent. Ball forward. Mo's through. Go on, Mo. I know it's Nguyen. Go on, Mo. Yes, Mo. 4-1. There we go. Mo gets his goal. What was that a moment ago? Forgotten about. Mo's through one goal. Buries it. 4-1. What was this about our forwards not scoring? Come on now. There we go. He just wanted to make it more dramatic, I guess. So there you go. He's all smiles now. 4-1. That's what I love when we score goals like that. It's a clearance from the back straight through, and then you just see Mo darting on. Watch. So there you go. Ball from Trent straight through. Mo's inside his own half, so he's onside. Gets to his left and buries it. There you go. 4-1. Job's a good one. That's a nice little finish. Nice little controlled finish into the far corner. There you go. 4-1. Now we just need a Darwin goal, and it's a full house. Oh, here he goes. Go on. 4-1 though. That I think that defo puts the kibosh on any little niggly nerves about a fullback. Who assisted Trent, or who assisted Mo? Trent. From his just outside his own 18-yard box as well, no doubt. Just a nice little ball through the centre, and Mo was onto it like a flash. Goal kick. 6.5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. It is Liverpool 4, West Ham 1, and all is right with the world. Again, my friends, please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well if you haven't done so. And again, I want to give a shout out to our amazing sponsor, Surfshark. You can get Surfshark VPN with our offer for just over €2 per month by using the code Anfield Agenda at checkout, all one word, or scan the QR code. Jones now. Go on, Jonesy. Ha 5-1. CJ, Curtis Jones, double, brace, goal, 5. Feast. I love it. 5-1 Jones, well in. Just ran through the defence. Nobody tackled him, so he kept going. And then he slots it past the keeper. And it's 5-1. And this will inspire confidence ahead of the Arsenal game. This is what we needed. This is what we like to see. There we go. Liverpool 5, West Ham 1. Curtis Jones with a brace. He picks up the ball, keeps running. The defenders keep getting out of his way. And then he just, again, side foots it past the keeper. Good controlled finish. We love it. He's got to start against Arsenal. He has to start against Arsenal. Thank you, United. You've awoken a beast, said Hainsey. Yeah, look, this is the reaction we want. So yeah, as I was saying, Surfshark, just over €2 per month plus up to 6 months additional free. Scan the QR code or use the code Anfield Agenda, all one word, at checkout. Thank you for your support, Surfshark. And thank you for giving us VPNs and making the world a better place with them and keeping us all safe and secure from hackers, particularly when we're out and about on public Wi-Fi. Right. We love that. 5-1. Where was this team on Sunday? Was Hammerman United, said Paul. Thank you, Paul, for your super chat. Me and Curtis Jones, Curtis Jones, Curtis Jones, Curtis Jones. We got a good thing going on. Curtis Jones, Curtis Jones, Curtis Jones. I think we're safe to say he's man of the match now, right? We will be asking you for your poll, of course, in the Anfield Agenda match reaction. We'll be asking you guys to vote in the poll, I should say, for your man of the match. And also, Liverpool will be number 4 in the draw, if you're looking for the ball numbers. It's number 1, Chelsea, number 2, Fulham, number 3, Middlesbrough, number 4, Liverpool. Lucho. Jones, who just keeps it back in, but we've won the ball back again. Well in, Lucho. Unlucky, he's crowded out and it's cleared. 3 minutes 20 to go. I love that we're still going, by the way. I love this. I love that we're still putting the foot down and we're not easing off. I love this. Ruthlessness. Absolutely love the work. Make my day with each new video. Craig, with Kwanzaa doing well, do you think we need to get into winter market for centre back? Thank you, Harry. I do, mate, but mainly because of the Matip situation and his contract coming to an end at the end of the season. So, yeah, I think Kwanzaa's definitely here for the long term, but I think one more centre back would be great. Newland's still going. I love it. Elliot, go on. Strike! Unlucky. 2.5 minutes to go. And I say this with tremendous pleasure. Liverpool 5, West Ham 1. Nothing against West Ham, but God, I love saying Liverpool 5. Because, 5 brings back memories, right? Evokes visions of, I don't know, a whooping of Manchester United, although it's not the 7. 5's still good. No VAR is better. Yes. No VAR, more goals. There we go. And again, please do hit that subscribe button, my friends, if you haven't done so. Or maybe you're one of those people that unsubscribed and then realized, okay, I love this motherfucker. Come back and hit that subscribe button. Again, well defended. And we're away on the counter. Lucho. Ball slipped to Darwin. He cuts inside. He's offside. Please don't sing. Yeah, sorry, I like singing, mate. I can't sing, but I like singing, so... Someone said he was so onside. He was just off. He was just off. The man of the match poll, Lee, comes in the match reaction, mate. We always do the man of the match polls for a match reaction, and we'll also be taking you guys through the draw, of course, as well. So when this stream is over, we will be going straight into a match reaction and the draw, and the link is there now. We will pin it to the top of the chat as well for you. I pinned it. Why do I hate Nunes? You've obviously never watched my streams. That's my answer to you, my friend. Watch my streams and then you can apologize to me because I know you try to be a smart arse, but watch my streams. I criticize them 1 week, praise them for 15 weeks, and that's the one thing you want to say. So, whatever. I'm done apologizing for it. You can kiss my ass, quite frankly. And yeah, there you go. Real Craig's back, baby. Ball in. 4 minutes of extra time added on, or additional time, I should say. Salah has it wide right and doesn't control the ball, and it bounces out of play, and it's a throw in. Liz, missing love you guys. Liz, we hope you're recovering well, and we hope you're looking forward to Christmas with the family, and we're very grateful of you as well, Liz. So lots of love from all of us to you. To be fair, you have defended Darwin. I know, Dinesh. I know I have, mate. And yeah, I was critical of him last week against United, but people are just assholes. Simple as that. People are assholes. And they pull you up for one thing, but forget everything you've done before that and try to cancel you. So yeah, I have definitely defended Darwin more than most others. But the offside thing, man, it triggers me. It does. Because it's so avoidable. And by the way, I have a signed Darwin shirt that I went and paid money for. I do not hate Darwin Nunes at all. And it's the second Darwin shirt I've bought, actually, because I gifted one to a guy from South Africa. Elliot into the right channel to Mo. Mo plays it off to defender. And see, that annoys me about Mo. I've got to be honest with you. That thing he did there, he does so many times in a game, and it does cuts inside and just plays it off the defender in front of him. How many? It's blocked a lot. As another corner to us now, right hand side. Trying to take it. Is he suspended for Arsenal? No. League Cup yellow cards don't carry over. Thankfully, I had to research that yesterday, but yeah. No, League Cup games don't carry over. If it was a red, it would, but yellows don't carry over. Ball spread out wide right to Trent. We're into the last 90 seconds now. Bradley slips it in to Elliot. Again, I don't know why we tried to cut inside again there. Mount is better than Soboslai. Fuck off. Mount takes United number 7 and does nothing. Will you stop, man? Come on. You don't even believe that. Mount better than Soba. That's hilarious. Elliot to Mo. Am I allowed to be critical of this from Mo, by the way? Because that's the 5th time I've seen him just stupidly give the ball away. When he's not doing that, he's miscontrolled it and plays it out. When are we allowed to say that the man just is not on form? Because he's been very slack at times in possession since he's come on. Ball forward, out comes Kelleher. We have pretty much had the 4 minutes, so looks like we're going to be getting it blown up. And yes, that is it, my friends. Liverpool are into the semi-final of the League Cup. Jurgen Klopp's boys have destroyed West Ham by 5-1. 2 goals from Curtis Jones, 1 from Cody Gakpo, 1 from Mohamed Salah, and God, who scored the other one? Who scored the other one? 2 for Jones, Salah, Gakpo. Who am I missing? Dominic Soboslai, yes. The first one, the screamer, the worldie. Yes, and 1 from Dominic Soboslai. Thank you. So yes, Liverpool sail through. The draw is coming up, and we will take you through it. So make sure that you click that link at the top of the chat. We're going to go straight into our match reaction. Please drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. But most importantly, thank you to our sponsors as well, Surfshark. You can get Surfshark VPN for just over €2 per month by clicking the link or scanning the QR code on the screen. Or you can get yourself over to Surfshark and just use Anfield Agenda, all one word, as your code to get that offer. And thank you to them for their support. But mostly, and I mean this sincerely, and I want to just be serious for a second, thank you for a great stream tonight. Thank you for your kindness in the chat and your understanding and your positivity. I appreciate it. The team appreciates it. And we're here to do our best for you. And we will see you in 2 minutes for the match reaction. Link to the top of the chat. Talk to you soon. We're through to the semis. We'll bring you the draw in a moment.